We're here today to discuss something that should be glaringly obvious, but people ignore. Because if they were to acknowledge what is glaring, then they would also have to look into a mirror at themselves. If you follow a woman as your leader, you are a weak male. You are a beta male. If you are following a female YouTuber who gives advice and lectures, knowledge and wisdom, she is your teacher, you are her student, you are a beta male. I'm going to break it down for you. But understand this. The system in which you are in today is a matriarchal system. The rules, the culture, the behavior that you get commended for is all based on you being a weak male. The behaviors that are condemned are based on you being a masculine man. They call it toxic. You follow a woman purporting to be a conservative, yet she is the best example of the feminist ideal. Marquette, what say you? Well, I say that feminists want a woman who is on par with a man. Feminists want a woman who is a leader of a man. Is Candace Owens not a working woman? Is she not a woman out in front? Is she behind her husband? No. Is she competing with men? Yes. Is she not an educated, independent woman? Absolutely. She is a feminist ideal while masquerading as a conservative, undermining would-be conservative values. Except that, I challenge, today in America, there is no conservatism and there are no conservative values. Marquettism is the only sensible ideology reigning in the United States. Conservatives in America accept LGBTQ. They accept female leadership. Already, you failed. Already, you've destructed the nuclear family. I challenge, and I don't want to hear anyone in the comments trying to contradict what I'm saying. If you follow Candace Owens, if you love Candace Owens, come forward now. I will let you present your argument. Send $1 using the information below, not because I need the dollar, but because I want to verify that you are the person that you say you are. So I'm merely using it as identity verification. I want you to come on and represent your position and explain to me how, as a red pillar, which is rubbish, nerds, or as a conservative, or as a traditional man, or as a sensible person, you support and follow a woman in general, but Candace Owens in particular. I'll give you guys some time. Yeah, there you go, Creon. Send $1 and turn your camera on, and I will send you the link. When you send the $1 using PayPal or Venmo, put your email address, and I will email you the link. Yes, that's all I say. Put your email address in the memo, and I will email you the link to sign on. Now, let me first show you guys. Oh, mind you, I'm wondering where everyone is now all of a sudden. All of the naysayers. They're cowards. They're beta males. They're weaklings. They're liars. They're devils. They're infiltrators. You always see them in the comments. Every time I open up the floor, no one ever wants to step on the floor. Every time I say, come on down to the hardwood, everyone wants to stay in the stands. But as soon as the big bad wolf walks away, they have so much to say behind his back, exemplifying the fact that they are indeed weak males, beta males, cowards. You could only ever expect them to be a coward because they follow a woman, which is weakness. You follow weakness. That's what you are. Come on now. Yes, where'd they go? Now, let me show you some examples of them. And mind you, right now, if you follow Candace Owens, you cannot follow me. unfollow. I'm not here for celebrity. I'm not here to be famous. I'm not here to have a wide, large following. I'm here to cultivate the leadership class, the most elite of men, those who are real savages, the real big dog, the real alpha male, because we must engage in revolutionary action. And you softies are not going to get the job done. In fact, you're double agents. And I would be thankful if we can have a sword drink your blood and return you back to the earth when the revolution pops off. You cowards. Huh? I want to show you all something where all the brave beta males have gone. Huh? Yes, they were so vocal. Now they're so absent. Look at this. We're going to go through it. This is an IG reel that was posted by the video editor. And I'm going to let you hear it. And then I'm going to take you through the comments. And mind you, I repeat again, you're going to see in the comments below the video, all the beta males are going to come out of the woodworks, but they're weak males. Those who follow me are real men. Those who follow me are real men. They stand up. They make their name known. Those who would follow a woman, you're no man. You're no man. You are no man. Huh? That's why you're scared. That's why all of you are scared. Shout out to JVR, comes in by PayPal, writes tuition. May also acknowledge Frank. He writes, preach, boss. There are no conservatives. Conservative would imply preserving certain values. Does that mean everything from a certain era? A selection of values from different eras? What does the selection? What's the selection? Nonsense. Exactly. Shout out to Dominic. He writes, peace of the saints, tuition. So many simps speak up in the comments, but they're scared to show up. Oh, indeed. So very scared, terrified. Absolutely terrified. Yes, they're all absent. Someone in the chat said that they sent the $1. No, they didn't. You're a liar. No, you didn't. You're a liar. I just checked. You're a liar. Now, let's go on. Let you listen to this so you can hear what this woman said. And again, this woman likes Candace Owens. Why? Because she's trying to become Candace Owens, trying to make $1 off of your misery. You foolish males are actually supporting the very type of woman who has caused your misery. Yes? You hate the fact that a woman doesn't want you because you're broke. You're partly broke because women are in the workforce, dummy. When really they should be at home. Your real wages would go up significantly if you removed all women from the workforce. Then they would have to depend on you for income, stupid. But instead, you allow them to be podcasters and take your jobs and to influence you and to further solidify their position and further entrench matriarchy. Goofball, you're idiots. You are providing for your own undoing. The women stick together. The beta males follow the women. And between the beta male and the feminist, they try to attack the alpha male together. Huh? Come on now. We're going to get into it. And shout out to the real women who watch me because you're following a boss. You're following a real man. Huh? Let's get into it. Let's look at these. Let's hear this video real quick.
I actually love.
You got a Candace Owens wannabe here. And I want you all to notice the language of the female. She said, I love Candace Owens. Love. Oh, I love. Oh, I love you. Female instinct, love, caring, sweetness. Love, I love. But I want you to also notice that's the same language that the males who support her use. Oh, love. Huh? The men who follow me are not going to say, I love Marquette. They're going to say, I respect him. I follow him. I understand. I share values. Not I love him. No, respect me. Rock with me. Roll with me. Fight with me. I love him. No. So notice the language the woman uses. The males are going to use the same thing. Check this out. Let's hear what the Candace Owens duplicate says.
I love Candace.
Candace Owens is a self-hating black woman. Look at the hair looks disgusting. It really does. If you would like to have straight hair, get a Caucasian, not a black. She's a degenerate.
Not true.
And then she says not true, but doesn't give any example. But notice she's supposed to be a conservative woman. I mean, how traditional is it to be painted up like a common streetwalker? How traditional is it? Tradition going back to an older time. Well, which time is the right time? Because if you're painted up like a streetwalker, I'm concerned. If you're putting blush on the cheeks and red lipstick, this is what signifies arousal within the female. This is to be sexually appealing. And you did that to come on a public forum in front of other males, but claim at the same time to respect your husband? How traditional are you? How conservative can you be? You guys are being fooled. I often tell you that women are great deceivers, as are devils, great deceivers. You are being deceived. Huh?
No, she definitely.
You and I are going to agree to disagree on that one.
And then she says, you and I are going to agree to disagree. But I want you all to notice something. If you've been around feminine women, is this voice tonation the tonation of a feminine woman? Ought it not be softer? You ever been to Korea? The Korean women are so soft and feminine. 안녕하세요. 많이서 반가워요. So soft. And then you hear this one with this man voice, holding a Red Bull, drinking it like it's a beer can. Oh, so feminine. Is this the feminine conservative woman? Is this the trad wife you're looking for on a podcast in front of a bunch of men, dolled up like a streetwalker, arguing, trying to take leadership? That's the conservative you're looking for? Spare me. Spare me, please. By the way, you can use the information below to support the work. I'm the only one. I'm the only one. Everyone else is a commentator. They don't plan to help your situation. They're just a commentator.
But
no, we don't have to agree. The facts are in my favor if you're a black person and you're making your hair.
Full stop. Full stop. Full stop. She's married though. Oh no, we're going to get into that part too. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. You see, things have levels. You can have something that on the face of it may appear good, but when you look under the hood, you find that, oh, this is no bueno. Ay, ay, ay. Because Candace Owens is married, but is she leading the kind of family that any real man would want to have? Notice I said, is she leading? Huh? Yes. Candace Owens claims to be a black woman, but is she really? You see, no one would ever question my blackness or how black people accept or resonate with me. I am the soul of black people. I am the soul of black people. I am the soul. You never question such a thing. With Candace Owens, you can only question such a thing. She is an imitation of a white female. Really, she is just a bed wench. She is a black bed wench. That's what she is. And I don't say this because she's in an interracial relationship. I say this because she uses the interracial relationship, the interracial marriage, to get closer to whiteness, which is her goal. I've dealt with women of many races. I've enjoyed all that God has created. But I don't leave my blackness to visit other ways of being. I'm very black, a foundational black American. And I can deal with a white woman who's very white. She doesn't need to be black. She doesn't need to speak like me or be culturally situated like I am. She does have to follow my values, which are not based on my skin coloration. But Candace Owens has made every effort to leave her blackness. The only thing she can't leave is her skin color. Till she starts bleaching, and maybe she's already started that. Yes, we're going to talk about it. These black females look so silly. They just look like Negro bed wenches. Yes, that's what they look like.
Hair look like a white person, then you're a person who hates that what you are. If you're a brunette.
Look at this gold coloration. She put so much gold on her complexion to suppress the brownness of her skin. It's so blatantly obvious. The gold makeup. She doesn't even look right. And then look at those nappy roots. You see, I like natural hair. When I have children, my kids will be walking around nappy headed. Yeah, no, we're not going to braid it. We're not going to hot comb it. We're not going to straighten it. No, we're going to leave it nappy, as it should be. We'll groom and have maintenance. Yeah, comb your hair, brush your hair, but leave it nappy. Be what you are. It's beautiful. But instead, you have this one here with nappy roots. It looks kind of nasty because it's nappy and puffy here at the root, and then it's straightened out and dead beyond that. Yes? So what happens is you have the Africanus nigrotis, and then you have the Caucasoidis levoitis. Yes? She can't hide the black roots. I'm sure she's currently studying, trying to find some pills she can take to make her hair grow out of her scalp to look like a white woman so that she can blend into the fantasy that she has been indoctrinated with. She's a victim. I don't blame her. She's a victim. Yes? I'm going to break her down to the molecules today.
Brunette, you're making yourself look like a blonde. You hate that what you are. If you
Look at this woman looking so sick. How could she ever agree with me when she herself has colored her hair some strange burgundy color, which does not occur in nature among any of God's creations? This burgundy color. You see, it is the devilish thinking and behavior of a unruly woman. You insult God himself by saying the color you made me not good enough. I'll pick a color. The skin you gave me not good enough. I'll color over it. The devilish nature of a female unmanaged by a man. Yes. It's a pity to even pretend to reason with them. I do it for entertainment and views to spread Marquettism, but it's really a disgusting thing.
are imitating the racial features of a race that you are not.
Listen, I said you're imitating the racial features. Log that into memory, the racial features. Yes, remember that part, the racial features. Looks like we may have a fool who would like to present themselves for destruction. Someone named Michael has sent in their dollar, and I will honor that dollar. So I have your email address now. I'm taking your email address, Michael, and so I guess PayPal doesn't let you send it whole, so I'm making it into a proper email, and here's the link. All you must do is turn on your camera, and we will allow you to come on and be the CU space CK that you are, and try to explain to us how you follow a woman and think that's a good idea. Little weak boy. So there's the link, little boy. Yes. If you follow a woman and she's not your mother and you're not a toddler, I seriously question you. Now, here's Candace Owens. How could you be a man and follow a being that looks like this? Her face, oh, it doesn't even look right. It doesn't even look right. She looks like a Decepticon. The eyelashes, fake. The hair, fake. The skin color, fake. The eyebrow shape, fake. The lip color, fake. The persona, fake. The ideology, fake. The religion, fake. But she is going to teach you guys how to be real men and how to have a real relationship. Extraordinary. Yes, I sent him the link. Where is he? The link has been emailed. Where is he? In the meantime, shout out to Frank. He writes off topic. Let's say you're in a relationship with a woman you judge worthy of long-term commitment and family. She wants to have a wedding ceremony and you don't mind, knowing she was not a virgin when you met her. Should you allow her to wear white? If you so choose. I mean, it is a sham and a scam because we know that white is supposed to represent the purity of virginity, and almost none of these broads getting married are virgins. So we all know it's a scam. That's at least a good thing. Like, no one's being fooled. But, you know, it's a pity, isn't it? It's a real pity. Be silent, or sending your $1. I will let you come on screen. Do not defend her in the comments. Come on screen, coward. And I'll go ahead and take a pause for the cause, give you guys some time to support the work. Nobody's supporting the work? Oh, do we have a bunch of Candace fans in here? Is that what we have? We have the beta males are mad. Okay, fascinating. I got the beta males mad. Very good. That's what I'm here for. And when the revolution pops off, I hope that I can die of exhaustion after stacking your bodies and corpses one upon the other. Michael, you're here to defend Candace Owens.
Hi, Marquette. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. And honestly, I've been following you for a long time, and I have the utmost respect for you. So I just want to say that before I come on here and try to defend Candace Owens a little bit. So I understand what you're saying about not following the leadership of a woman, but I think I don't really follow her. She's not someone that I take advice from, but I do think that she has a lot of insightful things to say, especially regarding the tiny hats and everything like that. And I think she exemplifies more bravery than a lot of conservatives that are in the media. For example, she got kicked off of Daily Wire for her takes on the Jewish community. I knew nothing of and maybe it's just an education issue, but I just knew nothing of the USS Liberty before she made videos about the USS Liberty. So she's not stupid. I think she's very intelligent. And yes, she is a working woman, but I really do think she's different, and I'm
Different than
interested
what?
in hearing what
She's
you have to
different
say
than
about
what? She's different than what?
that. I think that she's willing to come on the internet and truly say what she believes, and not back down for that, which is something that I respect, especially for a woman, because that's not really something that they do, right? They're easily embarrassed.
Okay, let me respond to a couple points you made.
Sure.
Appreciate you coming on. So number one, you said that's not usual for a woman. Precisely. She's exemplifying qualities that are not usual for a woman. They're more typical of a man. You know, bravery. Bravery we associate with whom? The male or the female? The male. So you're commending her for displaying the traits of a man, which is usurping the position of a man. Furthermore, she can only get into the position of being the one speaking against the small hats. People have already done it, but in fact, it's popular and it's profitable. Have you not noticed that? You don't notice if you attack them, you get a lot of views. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, but I think she was, for
Right.
me, at
So
least
when you
from what I
attack
saw, she
them,
was one of the first to
she was one of
do
the
it.
first to attack them, because I'm pretty sure they've been kicked out of countless countries. There was an entire genocide put forward. So she originated attacking them. Extraordinary. That's ridiculous. She's doing it for profit because you get huge amounts of views. Her primary revenue comes from views. She's a podcaster. Furthermore, controversy sells. Kanye West becomes most viral when he says something about the small hats. It gets him attention more, in fact, than his music. So it is a strategy. It is a marketing strategy. But understand this. You talk about her as a thought leader. Ooh, terrible. You talk about her as one who is doing the work. Well, let's back up a little bit. First, let us understand, what is her goal?
You're asking me what
I'm asking you as a follower of Candace Owens, what is her goal?
Sure. I don't know exactly what her goal is. I think as a podcaster or someone who is in the media, she just wants to have her opinions out there, and whoever agrees or disagrees with them, she'll get views from it. Maybe
Her
some
goal is to have
come
her
to
opinions
light,
out there.
or certain things will come to light that maybe other people didn't know about.
Her goal is to
But
have her opinions out there. That's her goal.
I mean, yeah, I think she wants to.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you're following someone whose goal is to have their opinions out there.
Well,
That doesn't sound silly to you?
I think ultimately she
No, real quick,
wants to
Mike.
tell the
I'm
truth.
just trying to
Yeah.
reason with you. Does that sound silly? It sounds silly to me. I'm saying,
Okay.
does it sound silly to you? Her goal is to have her opinions out there, to express the self. That's her goal. That's her outcome she's seeking. That doesn't sound silly to you?
It does, and maybe I didn't say that entirely correctly. I think she wants to put out the truth as much as
Oh,
possible.
she wants to put out the truth, does she?
Yes, yes,
Oh, do you
pertaining
think
to certain things.
now
Yeah,
why is she trying to? And we're gonna whittle down. So we're gonna go through some Socratic questioning. So she
sure,
put
sure.
out the truth. Why? Why?
Well, I think personally that the truth, whether you like it or not, prevails, and I think it's important for a society to hear
What
the
do you
truth.
mean the truth prevails? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so I believe that if society functions around falsehood, then um you won't have a thriving society. If we lie about history, if we lie about you know,
So
simple
let
things
me
like
make
what a
sure that I
woman
understand what you're
is,
saying. Let me
things
make
like
sure I
that.
understand what you're saying. So
Hmm.
you're stating that Candace Owens, her goal is to put out the truth, and then putting out the truth that will heal our society. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah, I think truth heals society, definitely. Yeah, I would definitely say so. Would you, and just a counter question, would you say that falsehood or lying to people somehow is healing or anything like that? Just a question. I mean, like, yeah, definitely the truth
So you
is
stated
important for a
truth
society to.
will heal the society. So I suppose that in the past, when we saw revolutions occur, they were wasting time getting training, engaging in guerrilla warfare, spreading ideology, training people in tactics. All of that was unnecessary because all you had to do is actually speak the truth, and then the society would heal itself organically. That's what you just stated. Do you realize that?
No, I'm not saying that in order for good to happen that war or guerrilla warfare, propaganda, or things or other things don't occur. I'm saying one of the main things for a society to thrive is for the society to understand truth in human nature.
See,
And I
this
think one
is
of the reasons why
no. Let me
I'll let
stop
you
you real
speak.
quick. This is
Yeah.
very disappointing because it saddens me that the teachings really don't penetrate. And I advise all of you to get the Book of Dark Truths. We talk about these kinds of things. The truth actually doesn't matter at all. Let me introduce you to that. The truth matters not. For example, I'll give you a bit of truth. Do
Okay.
you know that smoking cigarettes will addict you? There are chemicals like nicotine that are probably not good for you. You're aware of that, right?
Hmm.
It's the truth. Okay. Do you think that's common knowledge in the developed world?
Yeah,
It is common knowledge. Do you know that in Europe, I assume you're in the United States, correct?
I am.
In Europe, you know, on their cigarette packages, there are not only warnings, just like in our country, but there's photographs of very ugly things to discourage people and to make them aware of the truth. You might end up with a hole in your neck from smoking cigarettes, might cause issues with your childbirth, and it shows you ugly images, shows you the truth. Do you know that Europeans smoke a lot more than Americans? Did you know that?
Hmm.
Did you know that they know the truth of cigarettes before they smoke the cigarette? Did you know that?
Yeah.
Which is to tell to you that the truth matters not. It is not the truth that dictates human behavior, for human beings, especially as a mass, are largely irrational. They are not truth seekers and they are not truth followers. They do not do what is best for them. That's why I created a 3-sentence Bible. Be yourself, be good to yourself, be good to good people, be good to yourself. I actually have to teach that. You would think that would be common practice, but it is not. That's why I have to teach it. I have to enforce it. People in Europe and throughout the world, including developed places like South Korea, they smoke cigarettes while knowing that the cigarette will be addictive and harmful, and they will stink. And on top of that, the male and the female do that. Your assertion that the truth is what's going to heal the society could not be more wrong. It's sophomoric and immature. So no, the truth does not heal. The truth does not impact our psyche. The truth does not impact our behavior. So that's completely and utterly false. And the example I gave obliterates that argument on the most insane, devastating way.
May I just, okay, so can I just counter that? So, Wouldn't you say that there have been many lies in our society
Real
that
quick,
have
the
caused?
argumentative point I just made. Do you understand how the truth does not affect the human behavior?
I understand. I
Okay,
understand what you're saying
so you
completely.
realize
Yeah.
that point has been obliterated, right? I just want to make that clear. That point has been utterly decimated.
Okay, but I just want to talk about how lies might affect the society. Like, for
Before we go on
example,
to
you.
lies, I
Uh-huh.
understand lies
Yeah.
are bad. We can agree there. But before we go on to that, we want to stick down this path of Candace Owens. So I said, well, what is her goal? You said to put her information out there. What
Mm-hmm.
kind of information? You said the truth. I
Truth.
said,
Mm-hmm.
why? What's the value of the truth? You said, because the truth is healing. And then I just showed you, no, the truth is not healing. It's not healing. You need revolution. You need ideology. You need training. You need tactics. And while you're doing all of that, you also have to combat that which is currently dominant. So
Well,
no,
I
the
think is
truth won't get the deal done. So now that we understand that the truth itself is not healing,
Mhm.
so now we have to ask, well, what is she really trying to achieve? Getting her opinions out there. No, she's not trying to get her opinions out there. She's saying whatever will gain virality and what will pay, which means you find out what the grain is and you go against the grain. You find out what is expected of you and you go against it. Why? Because it makes you unique. And when you are unique, you stand out. When you stand out, you get more views. When you get more views, you get more what?
money, clout.
Money, clout,
So
attention. So what I'm telling you, my dear boy, is that she does not stand for any real values. Very few women do. That's not their strong suit. Principles, values, and morals. That's not their strong suit. No, the makeup, the self-beautification, that's their instinct. The values and principles, that's not their strong suit. She's in it for the attention and the money. And listen, there's nothing wrong with getting money. I promote that. I'm a capitalist, but I tell you what, the worst thing about it is that you guys think that she's sincere. You're being tricked by a woman. This is what they do. Now understand this. Here's my point. While you listen to her, you are propping up the feminist ideal. She says she's traditional. Traditionally,
she would be
conservative
home.
wise,
I get what you're
she
saying.
would be home.
I
Yes.
get what you're
So,
saying. And
but how deluded can you be as a male when you listen to a woman that teaches conservatism and traditionalism while living in the complete opposite way? You don't feel like you're an unprincipled man? It's like following a black person who claims to be a Ku Klux Klan grandmaster. While listening to hip hop music and indulging in black culture, they claim to be a Ku Klux Klan grandmaster. The contradiction is extraordinary and it's glaring, and only a person that is sick could just ignore that. You'd have to have no principle to overlook that because it's so bad. Oh, it's so bad. I know traditional women. I deal with traditional women. You never see them. Why? Because their instinct is to stand behind a man. You ever heard of Bridget?
no.
Okay, you haven't been listening to me very long. She used to help on my
Oh,
podcast.
Bridge. Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever seen her? No.
I don't think
No
so.
one has.
No.
Because she doesn't want attention from other men and strangers. She
Mm-hmm.
doesn't want to be seen. She doesn't want to be known. Why? She's a sweet little white woman from the Midwest. And she was raised traditional.
I think you're absolutely correct when a feminist says, "Hey, I believe women can do anything and they could be in the spotlight and they could be above the man." I think obviously she's extremely famous and she exemplifies that. So I definitely understand
That's what she
your
sought.
point.
It wasn't
Yeah,
an accident. She
yeah,
sought
yeah.
that.
She sought that, of course. And I just want to talk about one more thing, which is what we were talking about.
Can I, before you say
Falsehood.
that, can I just ask you a quick question before you?
Sure, sure.
Okay. If you were saying, here's conservative values, here's feminist values, and then you take Candace Owens, your leader, would she be a better example of feminist ideals or of conservative ideals? Which is she a better example of?
What, and I'll be very specific. What she says is very conservative. How she lives would be more exemplify more feminist ideals.
Ah, so that would make you a hypocrite, wouldn't it? That make you a hypocrite, right? Like
Yeah,
if I kept promoting
sure.
Christianity and heterosexuality, but in my personal time I was going to Diddy parties and engaging in Skittle guzzling, that make me a hypocrite. Would you follow a hypocrite?
No, you're cooking. You're cooking.
No, no, I'm just saying, would you follow a hypocrite?
No, not if I thought that they were a hypocrite.
Right, but here's the crazy thing. You are following a hypocrite.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely meditate on that and I'll think about that more deeply now that I've been um what's the word? More informed by you, but I'll definitely think about that more deeply. It's not something I really thought about, honestly. She's just someone in the media and
Right,
yeah.
right. That's right. And that is why I'm here doing the Lord's work. And the most important thing is that I'm not doing it for what is popular. Because I tell you what, Candace Owens has, I don't know how many more times fans than Marquette Devon Burton, a multitude more, way more money, fame, recognition, and supporters. My own followers turn against me when I speak against her because they're weak beta males. So I don't speak against her for popularity and fame and clout because it gets me the opposite. It gets me unfollowed. It gets me unsubscribed. I speak against it to wake up the real men who have something in them that's truly masculine. And when you expose the fact that you are following a feminist, you are engaging in hypocrisy, you are following a hypocrite. The real man, once they have been enlightened, will say, let me think, live, and behave as a man, not as a child, not as a fool. You will make adjustments because you are principle and moral based. I did say that I would let you get to your other point. So
Yeah,
if I
and I'll
yield
and
the
I'll and
floor,
I'll do it really quickly.
take
So
your time. I got
we were
time.
okay, thank you. So we were talking about truth and we were talking about falsehood. I think that what and you mentioned something about women in the workforce and how it's affecting men, and I completely agree. I think specifically within women are dominating as recruiters and in HR, which is a big problem because I don't know when was the last time you did a job interview because you're an entrepreneur, but I went for many job interviews before I got my job, and it seemed like the women were more, specifically the women interviewers and the women recruiters were more interested about how you made them feel in the interview
Right.
rather than how your credentials were actually are. Like they weren't very interested in meritocracy. They wanted to know if you would be good for the culture. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we've lied to women and told them that they're good leaders and they're good decision makers, and our society has certainly lied to women about that. So certainly
Are you a
um
part of the lie currently?
no,
If you follow and patronize a Candace Owens, you are a part of the lie.
Okay, perhaps, and again, I told you, I'll think about that, and I'll think deeply about that, and you might, you, and I, and you're probably, you might be right. That's something I definitely have to think about since I have been following you and her for quite some time.
You've
But
been listening to me, but you've been following her. You've been listening to me. You
okay,
cannot
I
you
hear
cannot
you,
truly soak
but
in the ism and follow me without feeling an inherent repugnance for one, someone who is phony, one, and number two, just on visual inspection, and number two, a female in a leadership position. I've always spoken against, and I'll tell you what's more. We hear so many people say, "Oh, Marquette, she changed her views. She used to be liberal, huh?" Most women
Mhm.
start that way and end that way. Oh, but she learned, Marquette, and then she became conservative. So who is better? One who looked at the world around them and the evidence as a youth and said, being on the right, being reasonable and rational is the way, and has never diverged from it one time. Same value set all the way through. Or someone who started on the wrong side by their own decision and
Well,
then
mhm.
transferred over. You got to wonder why, but there was a buck, there was a dollar on
I,
the
I
other
think
side.
I think one of the reasons that I had liked her in the first place was because that I come from a similar background. I grew up in New York City. I was born in Brooklyn, and just everyone around me was very liberal. I mean, they were very progressive, as they would say, as they degress the society. But they were very liberal, and as got to doing my own research and thinking for myself, I tended to start leaning more conservative, and I think that's
Fair, but
something
what
that
my
a lot
point
of
is
men
not
have
that.
gone throughout the last decade, honestly.
Michael, my point is not that. My point is for the leader. The leader should be superior to the follower. So there should be a superior understanding. There should be some inherent qualities that set them apart. So what you're pointing out is that she's no more clever than you are. She too was duped as you were. Do you think that I didn't grow up among liberal ideology? Do you
Yeah,
think I didn't?
of course you did. Yeah,
Of course I
I
did.
understand your background.
I went to a school that had Teach for America teachers in a ghetto in Los Angeles. The teachers were liberal white women, and the attendees were ignorant blacks and Mexicans that had some level of culture and tradition. But the blacks were victim of liberalism and liberal government policy. But still, I knew right from wrong. So all I'm saying to you is that being understanding is fine. I get it, but it seems more sensible that you'd probably be more inclined to follow the person that knew the correct answer before it was explained to them. Like they understood better.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
and
Okay.
I didn't come here to display like intellectual superiority
No, I'm not saying you did.
or
I'm
anything
saying
like
with regards
that.
to Candace Owens, because are you a podcaster?
No, no.
Okay, right. So you're not trying to step out and be a leader of anyone. Candace Owens is, in fact, doing that. And what I'm saying is that go for the quality, go for the person that knew the answer instinctively. Like, for example, if we were dealing in the field of physics or mathematics, I like the person that has an instinctive understanding of math and algorithm. I would rather go for the genius in the field, the Albert Einstein, the Sheikh Anta Diop, the person that gets physics on an instinctive level, not the person that had to grind and grind and grind and grind and then came to a eureka and then they had a breakthrough and now they get physics. I want the person who also works hard but had an instinctive understanding. They're meant for it. They have skill and talent. This person has none of the above, but most importantly, she's there to make a dollar. And what hurts me is the blindness to it. It's the blindness. For example, start watching her interviews. Notice she's only invited on by white platforms to speak. Why? Because they need the black puppet to say certain things. They could easily find a white person who has the exact same views, but it's so much more impactful for their ends to have a black face do it. Notice she never gets invited on the black platforms, even black conservative platforms generally. The white ones use her as a tool. And this is not to say that I disagree with the point she's making, but it is to say that she's making those points for the money, because if she was sincere in making the change, you'd see people like her who have an enormous platform training, instilling ideology, building the movement, marches, revolution, training, ideology, not babble, 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 babble. Be a part of the system. Talk to Congress. Be a part of the system. Get entrenched. Become the matrix while talking about the matrix. You guys talk matrix, matrix, matrix. Most of the people you follow are the matrix. And here's the last point. You follow a woman who acts like a man, and then you commend her for displaying masculine qualities. Is a woman supposed to be the leader? What's her husband's name?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. Now, go back to traditional times in America, 1940s, 1950s, 1930s. A woman is known by her man's name. She's Mrs. Marquette Devon Burton, but you don't even know her husband's name. He's a nobody. He's her wife.
I understand, but I think, don't you think that there's, for example, so for example, with the USS Liberty, the example that I gave where I didn't know about that, but I learned about it. Don't you think that there's value in that?
If Candace Owens didn't say that, are there any males you could have heard say that? Like Alex Jones or like 30 other people we can name?
The only other person I've heard say that was like Myron on Fresh and Fit. That's
okay,
it.
Great. So point made. Checkmate. You didn't need to hear that from a woman. Let her stay in her place. Michael, I appreciate you coming on. I respect the way you conducted yourself, and I wish you much success. Do you have any closing words?
No, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Pleasure. Bilal, are you on here to defend Candace Owens?
Yes, I was, but a lot of the points that you was making, I do agree with. I'm gonna be honest with you. The only thing that I would say, like the main thing that I was saying, was that she was very informative. That's one of the main reasons why
Are
I
there any
watched.
males you could go to get information from?
Of course.
Okay. Why do you think that it makes sense for you to be informed by a female? Are you in elementary school?
No, sir.
You're not a pre-K student
Of
where it's
course.
appropriate to have a female teacher, because at pre-K, pre-kindergarten, you're a child. Not only do you need information, you need nurturing. Are you seeking nurturing from her?
Of course not.
Do you find that between the male and the male is more rational and more reliable?
Yes, sir.
Why would you seek information from a woman then?
Well, the reason, how can I put it? It's not that I'm necessarily seeking the information for a woman, but anyone that's willing to display the information to let people be knowledgeable, if that makes sense.
But you could get that information anywhere.
Of course, I do agree with that. But it's sometimes, in some instances, not all, but some people information about it may done more extensive research about it. Some other people may have a little bit of less information about it. Now, I do agree with you. You could get it from a male. Like
Bilal, let me ask you this. You see, I've originated ideas. I've spoken of ideas and given theoretical frameworks that no one on YouTube has presented. So you can come to me and get perspectives and interpretations you can't get anywhere else. Tell me one idea you've heard from Candace Owens that you haven't heard anywhere else.
That's a good question.
Thank you.
That's a very good question.
Thank you.
The best I really don't know, if I'm being honest with you. If I'm keeping it.
If you're being honest, right. I appreciate that. Thank you for being honest. Yeah, that's my point. So give it up. It's simple. The most challenging thing for human beings is to do something different. That's why I'm going through a struggle with waking people up, because I have to snatch them out of their slumber. And people get angry when you wake them up out of their sleep. Now, don't they? So you're listening to her repeat ideas of men. But while doing that, you also further cement her positioning among men and in competition with men, thereby validating her existence as a feminist, as one who is on equal footing, as one who is upsetting the natural order of things, and who is putting you lower in the position that you're in.
Out of maybe it's an ignorant question. How would she be putting me in a lower status of myself? Just out of honesty.
Okay. So the simple piece that we just talked about. Women in the workforce, they lower wages because they increase competition for jobs. When you have more people who are seeking the job, the employer can lower the pay rate because there's more people that need the job.
I totally agree with that.
Okay, right. And when they lower the pay rate, now all of a sudden you're not a provider. Not only are you not a provider, you're in competition with the woman. For example, on the elevator at this resort, I was coming up the elevator. There was a good-looking slore on there, and we started talking. We exchanged contact information. She had messaged me, "Hey, what are you doing in this particular city?" I said, "I only come to this city generally." Oh, no, excuse me. She said, "Do you come here a lot?" And I said, "I generally only come when I'm going to do a show here." She says, "Oh, well, what kind of show?" I said, "A podcast." She says, "Oh, I'm a podcaster too. I was on this podcast. I was on that podcast." She said that to compete with me, right? She could have said, "Oh, that's cool." She could have said, "Oh, congratulations." "Oh, I'm on a podcast. I'm a podcaster too." So she's trying to compete with me. You see, that is the modern feminist. Compete with the man. "Oh, you make money. I make money. I'm an independent woman. I pay my own bills. I don't need you." Right? So the economics impacts the society and culture and gender dynamics, which impacts your ability to get a woman on the marketplace, the sexual and dating marketplace. It impacts the level of respect and deference the woman is going to give to you. Let me ask you a real question. With Candace Owens and all of her knowledge and information she gives, do you think she's at home not dictating to her husband, telling him right and wrong? And, "Oh, you know what? This is what I think." You think she's a submissive woman at home, or she's real informative at home?
Well, if I'm being honest, I don't know, but we
don't know. But what do you think?
Based on I've watched her for a while, because I've been a lot of conservative spaces, and since she's conservative, I've watched the different things. Based on how
Wait.
she speaks of her husband, I
Uh,
wouldn't think so. But it's a very
right.
big possibility because of how she does carry herself. If I'm being completely honest, based on certain mannerisms that she may have, it could be a possibility that she is doing it in the home.
And is she conservative?
In my opinion, I would say yes, but on more of a strong suit side. She
Do
does
you have a?
inherently.
Can you fix your mic? Your mic is very distorted. By the way, if anyone else wants to come on right now. I know everyone's scared now because now you hear the facts and the arguments and you realize that you don't make any sense. But come on anyways. Your mic is still very distorted.
Let me see.
Okay. Now, just real quick before you get out of here, since your mic
Is it better now?
Yes, much better now. Now, is Candace
Okay.
Owens a conservative?
I would say she has certain conservative values more so than liberal values. There's certain things that I don't agree with, if I'm being honest, that I could see that could be more liberal, but I would say she's kind of more on the conservative side.
Okay, let's see. I'll ask you the same question I asked the last gentleman. A feminist is a liberal, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So we have feminist and then we have conservative. Candace Owens, as she lives out her values, would she be more of an ideal for a feminist or for a conservative? Just the way she lives, what you've seen.
If I'm being honest, more of a liberal based on the fact that she's not basically in the home and stays within the home. And if I'm being honest and not being, if I'm being unbiased, of course.
Bilal, I must be some sort of a genius because it seems as though I've out-reasoned and outsmarted the whole internet. All the Asians, all the whites, all the blacks, all the Latinos, all the conservatives, even all the liberals. The liberals think that she's a conservative. The conservatives think she's a conservative. But Marquettism has given you all a simple question and you all have conceded. Marquette, you're right. You're a genius. You're the only person who has called Candace Owens out as a liberal. Yes, I'm a genius. I'm the only person on the internet saying that. That's why you all come to me for great knowledge. For I tell you what no one else could tell you. You couldn't even tell yourself that. But here's the thing. All I did was unlock the truth within you. You already knew it. But the real question for you, why would you follow something like that? Like what's in you that has you as a grown man following in general a woman and in particular a liberal woman?
Well, I will say this. For me personally, one of the reasons why I listen to Candace, even though she does regurgitate a lot of talking points within a lot of males put forward, I try to stay away from music as I'm Muslim, so I try to refrain from listening to
You're
music.
Muslim.
So
listening
yes,
to
sir.
a liberal white woman? Ya
Bruh.
Allah. May Allah forgive you. May Allah
Well-
forgive both of us.
Well, if I'm being honest, my brother, like it's not a bad thing to have listen to certain informations coming from a woman, much less to have her.
Let me ask you
attain-
this. In Islam, in the deen of
Mhm.
Islam, it's not a religious conversation, but since you're a Muslim, let's talk about it real
Mhm.
quick. In the deen of
Yes, sir.
Islam, if someone commits a crime and a woman is presenting the crime or is supposed to give evidence of a crime, is a woman's opinion or perspective or account taken one for one with a man? Or does it have
No,
to be
sir.
like more than one? It has to be more than one woman. People have
It
to
also
validate it.
It also depends on the situation as well.
Ah.
But for the most part, it is 2 women versus 1 male.
Oh, I see. I see. So if their ability to be relied upon, to be have their opinion respected, and to view what they're saying as the truth is not respected in the deen of Islam, in your religion, well, then why all of a sudden do you listen to her to give you guidance?
Well, like I say, it's not necessarily guidance, much less just information. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then why
Something
wouldn't you listen to it? Why wouldn't you seek out a man to give you information?
I do. I listen to you. I listen to Myron. I listen to her. I listen to Alex Jones. I've
So
listened
why
to.
even listen to her then?
It's just more. Like I said, it's more of a. For me, it's more of a thing to have to substitute more of music and just have more information playing.
I
Because
see.
sometimes Myron isn't live when she's
Right.
live, and sometimes she isn't live when Myron is live, or or the Young Turks or any other informative platforms that is being
Yes.
displayed,
She's
if that
putting
makes
out
sense.
information. Yes, she's putting out information, and you need things to consume. I understand, but it saddens me that you would poison yourself, and that's what you're doing. You see, when you look at a woman dictating, you look at a woman opining, what you're doing is you're poisoning yourself. You're observing a woman provide an example of that which is wrong, and you're watching it and consuming it as though it's correct, and you're adding to her ability to do so by adding to the views, adding to the algorithm, which spreads her message and her way of being. The way we speak and behave in this world constitutes a discourse with a capital D. And the discourse, this way of being, is what people emulate. You see, and if your daughter were to watch a Candace Owens, she might get it in her head, oh, yeah, I should be like her. Yeah, go get a college degree, go start a podcast, be out in the public and, paint my face and destroy my natural hair and be out as a liberal woman. And then as that liberal woman, could she ever be with a man who's truly masculine? Of course not, because a truly masculine man wouldn't even want to touch her because that's disgusting. That's why she's with an effeminate CUCK beta male, weak little fella. What's her
One of,
husband's name?
I do not know. That was a good point that you made.
You do not know. That's fascinating. You don't know her husband's name, but he's her protector. He's her wali in your language of your religion, right? He's her wali. You don't know her protector's name? How could she be protected? You see, like, for example, my lady, if she was out in this world and she says, hey, don't put your hands on me, my man will take care of you. Who's your man? Marquette Devon Burton. They might know that name. And they better believe that's serious.
Mm-hmm.
But my name is far more known than the name of any woman I deal with, not because I try to suppress them, but because they're not trying to get their name out there. My name is much bigger, and it should be. Your name should be bigger than your woman's name. And I tell you what, if she's making more money than you, she should still be under you as her shield, right? That's the Islamic way. That's the traditional way. That's the conservative way. So what we're dealing with right now, Bilal, is the fact that you as a man are not standing on the principles of the Deen of Islam, on what is right, on what is traditional. You are poisoning the self, and you are yielding to what is easy, your hunger for content, your hunger for entertainment, and not saying, hey, it's okay. Maybe I'll take out the time for salah. Maybe I'll take out the time to fast. Maybe I'll take out the time to review good information. Maybe I'll take out the time to exercise. Or if you're within this thing of ours, within the Assassin, meet up with the saints. Go out socially, break bread, enjoy the good things that the world has to offer. But don't poison yourself listening to the dictates of a woman.
Well, can I ask you a question?
Of course you can ask me a question.
Okay. Also in Islam, we also have some things called the hadith. I don't know if you familiar with
Yes,
the
I'm
hadith.
familiar with the hadith, but I don't follow the hadith. I will reference them, but the Quran is supreme.
Of course. But what my point is that if you're Sunni and you follow the hadith and all these things, it's also a lot of narration was made by Aisha.
Why?
So
why was a lot of narration by Aisha? Why?
Well, in my knowledge, I may be wrong, but that's the prophet's wife.
Right.
So
she was
she has the knowledge
and
to
she
the prophet.
had that's correct. She's the wife. She had the intimate experience, the knowledge, and she could observe him more than anyone, right?
Okay.
So that's why the narration came from Aisha. But she was narrating the actions of a man, which was teaching you, or she wasn't teaching you, she was recounting, right? So there's no opinion, there's no perspective. She's just reporting. She's not giving you interpretation. She's not giving you opinion. She's not giving you anything except the report. What happened? The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he did this. He said that, which means that if you were reading that record, you would be following Aisha, or would you be following the Sunnah, which is to say following the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him? Which would you be following?
We find the prophet.
Amen.
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
Yeah, and
I appreciate you. I don't.
Yeah,
see.
She's not recounting. She's not reporting. She's giving perspective.
Okay, good point made. And like I said, the only reason why I'm here You know what I'm saying? Like I do take what you taught me a lot of things in life that stick with me to this day.
I
You know what I'm
appreciate that.
saying? I'm doing a lot. I used to have a very not good life, and I did a whole 360. I work offshore. My goal is to be an engineer. I'm
Mm,
doing a whole bunch of different things. I go to the gym 6 days a week. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? I'm Muslim now. I pray Salah
mm.
5 times a day. I've made a whole
Mashallah.
360 in my life. So what you telling me is even though, like I probably like slip and fall, you know what I'm saying? That's why I try to listen to lives like this to get a good perspective because people like you and Myron and these type of
Mm,
individuals have helped me in my lifetime. So that's one of the main reasons why I'm here to have this conversation with you. And I do
mm.
appreciate you for giving all the knowledge that you do.
Thank you very much, Bilal. It means a lot. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my brother.
See you
You have
soon.
a good day.
You too.
What's up,
How are you?
Marquette? How are you, my friend?
I'm well. I trust that you are here to defend Candace Owens.
Oh no, not on the contrary, no.
That's the only thing that the link is for. So I'll give you 1 minute to wrap it up.
Okay. I was just pointing out that women in power. Would you talk about when the men are submissive to women? I listen to women for her specifically for perspective on topics that we talk about as men, as far as dealing with females and stuff like that. Because there's women in power, and we have to, like, women judges or things of that nature. We can't go disobey them when women have positions of power. That's all. My only rebuttal to things of not respect following a woman, but there are women in power that we still have to deal with in life, like when you're, like I said, like a judge, for
Right.
example, and things of that
Yes.
nature. You know.
Right. Fair enough. Okay. Well, the Phillies, that's what his name is right here. I don't think you guys can see it on the screen. I appreciate you coming on and thank you for supporting the work.
No problem, my friend. Keep it up.
Thank you very much. You're
Yo,
here to support Candace Owens?
yeah, I just had a question because I think I saw in one of your previous lives how you said that, you said
I
you
just
prefer.
want to confirm before we get going. You're here to support and argue
Yeah,
on
yeah,
behalf
in a
of
way,
Candace.
I
Okay.
guess
All right,
that
fair.
does kind of support
Okay.
Candace, but
All
I
right.
think in one of your previous lives you said how you prefer a woman like Candace or conservative women to be out in the public sphere compared to a more liberal woman. I think it was along those lines. I don't remember verbatim exactly, but you said whilst it's preferable that they are in the home and not, out in the open, it's better to have a conservative woman out in the open than a more liberal woman. I don't know if you perhaps could re-clarify, but perhaps I'm wrong, but I believe I remember, but feel free to expand. But would you agree on that or?
So, number one, you are what, 20?
Yeah, 20 years old.
You're exactly 20.
Yep, I am. Yeah.
How'd I know that?
Probably physical appearance.
Okay.
Mannerisms.
Fascinating. All right. Anyways, you're 20 years old. You should be pretty sharp. Don't ever show up unprepared. You could have consulted the video record and you could have said, Marquette, you stated at minute 8, second 23 as follows, verbatim. It is better if a woman must appear in the public that it be a conservative woman versus a liberal woman. End quote. Quote ended at minute 8, second 39. You're 20 years old. You're not going to get any better than you are right now. Don't ever show up unprepared. That's number one. I find it to be very angering and distasteful. Your standards should be high, and this is an easy thing to win at. You see, here's the difference between you and I. I'm sitting here with strangers coming on. Did I know anything about you before you came on?
No.
Did I know you were coming?
Not at all.
That means you have the strategic advantage.
That is true.
You knew everything about me. You could research anything about me. You could search my tax records, my property records. You could have some guess at my educational background. You could know all of my deficiencies. You could have already formulated a number of arguments over half a decade. You could research my entire life. You could have read my book. You could come in with various quotes. You could be extraordinarily prepared. You have every advantage. But you come in completely unprepared. So that's number one. Don't ever do that in life. Generally speaking, as a black male, people expect you to be incompetent and idiotic, which means that even if you come on and perform on par, they might take someone else just because they're more familiar and they favor the other person, which is to say, for example, let's say I was a Jewish man or a white man or a Chinese man, and we have you and another white, Chinese, or Jewish person that's also male and 20 years old, and you have the same amount of knowledge and mastery. Who would I be more inclined to take?
I'd probably say initially person who's not black, perhaps the Asian male. I'd
Yes.
say.
Who would I be smarter to take, in fact?
Probably the person who makes you look the best.
The
Maybe.
person who is more like me. So if I'm Jewish, I'd be smarter to take the Jewish person. If I'm Chinese, I'd be smarter to take the Chinese person. Why? Because trust will be higher. So if you're the same level of competence, the same level of mastery on the subject matter or the skill set, I'd be much wiser to take the guy who looks like me because the trust is higher. Our value set is more similar. It's not even racism. It's actually more intelligent. It's the rational decision, which is why when I was a youngster, and you can read this in my book, The Black Box, if you haven't, you might consider getting it. It would be beneficial to you, not to me. That
Actually,
my
do
grandmother, very good, review it. My grandmother advised me something that is correct to this day. If you are black, especially a black male, because black females don't compete in the same way. You know, when they used to hang blacks in America, it wasn't the women, it was the males. And when they hung the males, do you know that they castrated them before they do that? They cut off your scrotum and your penis.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they do that to you. And when they do buck breaking, do you know what buck breaking is?
No, I do not know what
Oh, that's
that
when
is.
they go out on the plantation and they gather up all the slaves, and then they pick one male. Which male do you think they pick?
Perhaps the largest.
Yeah, the strongest looking one. Why would they pick the strongest?
I don't know.
Yeah, so that they can embarrass him and bully him and degrade him and break him down and turn him from what appears to be a strong black man to a very weak, broken black being, not even a male, so that they show all the other slaves like, hey, look at LeBron James. He's 6'5", weighs 240 pounds. He's big and strong. We broke him down. You're not as big as he is. Imagine what we'll do to you if you get out of line. So I say that to say, when you come, you better come correct. One thing I can tell you about Marquette Devon Burton, when I was 20 years old, I would never show up like you just showed up. I would have showed up ready to kill. I would have showed up. Hey, Marquette, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for giving me this time online. I have a disagreement. I observed that you published a video on this date, not this minute, and this second, you stated this, which goes in contradiction to the argument you're making right now. Can you explain that? Then I would have let Marquette elaborate. Then I would have used his elaboration, which would have been predictable because I've already researched Marquette and how he thinks. And then I would have hung him with his own words. You see, that's the difference. You could never beat me, but I encourage you to try. I really do encourage you to try. But you come on here, you follow a woman. You don't follow this ism because this ism will have you sharp. You hear me? The ism will have you sharp. And I really do encourage you to be sharp, especially as a black man, because trust me, and I'm not saying racism is going to stop you, but I'm saying not being extraordinary is not going to get you to the top. I really think you could have presented yourself much better. And also know when you're going up against competition you're going to get crushed. Like, for example, why do I know you're 20 years old? Why do I often ask people questions I know the answer to? Why do I know the answers? The level of experience is so much more than yours that I don't even need intelligence at this point. I got it, but the experience is so much greater. Can you look at me and tell how old I am?
I believe you'd be 37 based on like your book from what I read. I don't remember exactly, but I couldn't tell exactly.
Right. Yeah. Maybe you could. Do you know my birthday?
I don't remember.
Right. Fair enough. And that's my whole point. You fail to utilize your strategic advantage, which is research. You could do all the research, but you didn't even do it. Like it's like, to me, it's just like, that's why I'm here just stacking body on top of body because you make it so easy. You guys come in, you're not even researched. Forget if you have logic and intelligence, you ain't even done research. Anyways, now let's get to your question. If you have a woman out in the public and she's liberal or conservative, which one do I prefer? I would prefer the woman who's conservative. But you're not speaking of conservatism in her way of being, behaving. You're considering the speech, the words. And yes, she says conservative things, but she doesn't live out conservatism. No truly conservative man or traditional man would follow her. But as it stands in the West, what we call traditional, it doesn't exist. You heard of Milo Yiannopoulos?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I think he was a British. I think he was British.
He is British.
Yeah, he is British. Yes. Is he a homosexual?
Yes.
Oh, is he also a conservative?
He claims to be, yeah.
Oh, yes. And not only does he claim to be, the conservative establishment accepts him as such. Am I wrong?
No, you're correct.
Fascinating. So that would let you know that the conservative establishment is, in fact, corrupt. And what's more is not only is it corrupt, it's a corrupting force, which means that you guys who are listening to this are also corrupt because you're being corrupted. And so what I'm arguing for is for you to pull out of the matrix, because the people using the terminology of the matrix, here's the kicker, they are the matrix. Like, I'm not going to name any particular content creator, but there's one content creator, he says he's so wealthy, and I think he is. I believe him when he says it. Can you be that wealthy and not be a part of the matrix?
It's a good question. Probably not, actually, when you think about it.
Be pretty hard, wouldn't it? Yeah, maybe they might close your bank accounts, cut you out of the financial system. I mean, that's what happened to Russia, right? They took them out of the SWIFT system because they wouldn't cooperate and comply. They seized their foreign assets. They tried to bankrupt an entire country. So you think an individual who's truly against the system would not experience much worse? Spare me. Anyways, what other arguments do you have for me?
So I only had that because I've watched a lot of your other stuff, but that's because you said that this was only about Candace, so I didn't prepare anything.
Yeah,
else.
I'm saying, do you have any other arguments about Candace?
Probably not. That was the only thing which I recorded.
Well, that's a pity. That's a pity. Do you think Candace is a good example of a Black person?
I will say I do kind of agree with what you say in not wearing a natural hair. As a Black man, I do believe that wearing a natural hair is quite important, especially if you're living in the West. I do see it as kind of, I would say, not being your true self and kind of degrading your natural self, wearing the features of another race, like you put it. I do think that's actually a fair point when I think about it quite critically. So
yes,
I agree on that.
I appreciate you coming on and being respectful. You seem like a smart young man. I can tell by even from it looks like you're probably tall, slim and tall, and you're a good-looking young guy. You can do anything in the world if you're sharp. If you're sharp, those who follow me, I really want them to all be killers. Which is to say, when you show up, I want you to do something at such a high level that people have like, did you hear that guy? Like, I want people to be stunned with the competence, stunned with the excellence, stunned with the memory and recall. I have a good memory. I've also practiced. You may not have a good memory, but when you show up, I want it to look like you do. I want it to look like everything about you is A1. So I want those who follow me to be the best of men, the best of women. So I just want to encourage you to really sharpen up. And if we should ever meet again, I do want to be impressed by you.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Certainly. Okay, I'm still undefeated. I'm like 8,000, 8,000 and 0, maybe 9 million and 0. Do we have any other willing volunteers? Yes, I wouldn't think so. Now here's the peculiar thing. Are we not all at home sitting, thinking, gee, Marquette, I mean, there was so much disagreement in the comments. Where art thou? Haters, where art thou? Hark. Let's finish this video. And by the way, if you are fool enough to think that you can contend, go ahead, hit the link. I'll be here sharpening my blade to run it across your windpipes. You are imitating something that shows you view that look as superior, and you're the straight hair, and then you hear the Black female say the most idiotic things. We don't wear white women's hair, we wear Indian women's hair. Oh, that's so much better. Do you speak Hindi? Are you Punjabi? It's so much better. You wear Indian women's hair. Are you Indian? No, you're not. Furthermore, you're only wearing Indian women's hair because India is a developing country, which means you have levels of poverty that maybe might cause someone to sell their hair. Whites globally generally are higher income, and that's why they don't have to stoop to the level of selling their hair. But more importantly, you're not imitating Indians, you're imitating whites because you've grown up among whites and you've been colonized by whites. That's what's familiar. Indians are not familiar to you. You've not been enculturated with the idea that they're superior in every way, even in their aesthetic. So when you wear that hair, even though it may be an Indian woman's hair, you're wearing it to appear as a white woman, okay? Anyways, back to this Negro bedwench.
Her own look as inferior. And furthermore, she started off as a liberal and then transformed into a conservative. This is an indication that her values.
And mind you, we have so much softness in this era. I encourage you all to be men. I want real men following me. It's all good to make improvements. I can't tell you how many people DM me every single day, Marquette, you made me stop drinking alcohol. You made me give up marijuana. People even say, Marquette, you got me off of meth, which is a beautiful thing. Or I lost 30 pounds. I lost 120 pounds. And, you know, the Brits like, I'm 5 kilos stone. I'm like, bro, I don't even know what that is. But I love to hear it. But do know that the person that was always on the right track will always be superior to the person who just got on. What I'm saying to you is this. If someone says, hey, I spent 30 years as a drug addict, now I'm sober, fantastic. But you cannot compare that to someone who spent their whole life sober, who spent 30 years sober. Someone who says, hey, I've just been working out very rigorously for the last 10 years. You cannot compare that to someone who says, I've been working out very rigorously every day for the last 30 years. So can a person like Candace Owens, who's, hey, I became a conservative after college when I realized I could make money. You can't compare that to someone who says, I've always been blessed with ism, knowledge, and perspective at a very high level, and I always walked the correct path and knew right from wrong. When I was 8 years old, I knew that cigarettes, alcohol, drugs, smoking were bad. And I followed that since I was a child all the way till now. I always knew the man was a leader. I followed that since I was a child all the way till now. The level of practice is different. So it's beautiful to come to the straight path. It's better to have always been on it. I'll give you a financial example and then we'll carry on. Compounding interest. It's better to get into the stock market when you're 10 years old versus when you're 20 or 30. The compounding interest. And in terms of behavior, knowledge, conduct, morality, and spiritual force, the compounding interest is much greater. I don't want to hear about these people who came late to the party. I don't want to hear about these people who really don't believe. Someone has joined in the studio, but their camera's not on. Turn on your camera, and I will permit you to get obliterated like those that have come before you. And it's easy. It's child's play. I don't even break a sweat doing this. It's like I haven't even stretched. These are warm-ups. I'm wondering when's the boxing match going to begin? It's pathetic, the argument you put forward. It's so emotional. It's emotion-based. You are women. That's why you follow a woman, because you are a woman. You look at her as, you know, your peer, your equal. I'm a man. I don't even consider following what a woman says, unless I asked her for her opinion. I haven't asked Candace Owens for a damn thing except to stop wearing that them damn wigs and behaving like a Negro bedwench. That's all I ask of her. Huh? Where is everyone who disagrees? Marquette, you smart. You smart. You's a smart Negro. You's an uppity Negro. Why you talks like that? Where'd you learn how to speaks like that? Yes, they're all scared right now. My whole life, I've terrified you people.
They are not strong. They're not inherent in her. And then B, she's making a cash grab.
I actually love Candace.
Okay, now, so I laid out the facts to this Candace Owens wannabe. Now, look at this. And I wrote at the top, I pinned the comment just so people know how I feel about you. And I really do feel this way. You guys are beta males holding up the feminist superstructure. If you are a male, notice, you cannot be a man and follow a woman. If you are a male who follows females, just Pearly things, Candace Owens, whoever you name, you are not a man. You are not a man. Huh? Then let's see what these people say. He writes, rage bait. This is someone who grew up in the internet age. They just use internet talk. And this is someone who also is an imbecile. You'll notice they rarely have the photos. Single digit IQ, while also being a nobody. Extraordinary. This person writes, I disagree, brother. Well, I can assure you, I'm not your brother in any sense. We don't share a mother or a father. We don't agree at all. I'm not your brother. In fact, if it were legal, I would put you to rest because I think you guys are dangerous. He writes, changing a hairstyle doesn't mean you hate your previous hair. Well, you fool. There's something different than a hairstyle changing, going from braids to dreads to an afro. Those are styles. Hot combing, you're changing the properties of your hair. You're damaging the hair. Using a relaxer, you are causing your hair's chemical properties to be altered. You're damaging the hair. Look at this imbecile writes, my camera is broke on this phone. Well, then get the hell out of here. You can't afford a damn camera or a phone that's proper. Don't come here to talk. Get your money together. That's a priority. Being on the internet talking to me is not a priority. The hell out of here. Guy said he can't turn his camera because his camera phone's broke. I don't care. I'm not here. Like, this is not welfare. Idiot. So he thinks I'm going to break the rules because he doesn't have his life together. Welfare mentality. Anyways, back to this imbecile right here. So we already obliterated this first bit of stupidity. I'm not going to read the rest because I could tell it's not going to be intelligent. He writes, sorry, 100% you're wrong, but funny comment. Notice, did he give an explanation, evidence? No. This is an indication of low IQ, but the thing is, when you're dumb, you just don't know that you're dumb. This person writes, go debate her. She would never debate me because she's scared. Nerd Fuentes is scared. Candace is scared. Why? Because they know in advance they're not going to measure up. So their only strategy is to avoid. That's the only strategy, is to avoid and pretend, oh, I never heard of him. I don't know who that is. Right. That's their only strategy. They have to deploy it because it allows them to escape having to engage and thereby being defeated and dethroned. She would never do that. That wouldn't be in her interest because her position is inferior. You saw her followers come on and get obliterated. I'll do her the same way. And she knows that because there's no arguments you can put up against the evidence. You see, in this era, we must attack the argument, but you must attack the person because you guys are idiots trying to use logical fallacies. Oh, that's an ad hominem. Don't attack the person. No, you fool. This is not the Oxford Union. We're not in an academic debate. We're in an era where what you say and what you do has influence and it matters. And the young people follow it as an example, which is to say, not only must you dispel Adolf Hitler's talking points, you must also do away with Adolf Hitler. For if you do not, then you will experience great suffering if he is able to gain power, influence, and enact his foolish ideas. Come on now. Yeah, come on now. Carrying on. And mind you, notice no one wants to come on. And I don't want to hear you in the comments below. Do not make a comment below trying to contradict any of my points. Don't claim that you know. You were scared. You watched this live and you were scared. Let's see. Are there any other meaningful rebuttals? Not one. I think a lot of women are delusional, but Candace Owens does say some common sense. Okay. What's your point? My grandma says common sense. I'm not going to give her a podcast and subscribe. He writes, I mean, no to try. He doesn't even, I can't even read this because the damn English isn't correct. These are the kind of imbeciles that disagree with me. Only fools disagree. This person writes, you have strong beliefs, which I respect, but your opinions are not always right, bro. You clearly are low IQ. Just the fact that you threw bro in there, you're low IQ. I use dislike, can't see again. The English is so bad. These people are idiots. Like the schooling systems are just terrible. They're rubbish. He can't even write in English. I'm trying to read one valid response, but I cannot find one. Why? Because these are the weak males, which means the emotional ones. There's no logic, no rationality. There's not even intelligence. There's not even basic English grammar. They're idiots. All of them. The lot of them. He writes, that's what people want to say. Okay. He writes, for someone to successfully push anything in any community, They would have to be part of the community. Yes, Candace is a Black woman, but she is not part of, nor is she heard by most Black folks. This is someone who can write in English, shout out, and they're making sense. It's amazing. It's amazing how the person who can actually write in English is making sense, and it appears they agree with me. Intelligent people agree. Go figure. Wow. Let's continue reading. Mind you, we're just waiting for these cowards to come on. I'm going to acknowledge the super chats. I'm going to acknowledge the people who supported the work shortly. She also has secured her family's future further away from the Black community by marrying outside of it. Oh, it's not outside. No, she didn't go outside of the Black community. She went specifically, here's her family right here. Here's her family. She went to go find this cute little white devil right here. Yes, and my guess is that he's not my type of white guy. No, he's not a normal white man. He's not a white guy that I would respect and grew up around. You know, white guys that do like normal man stuff. You know, they ride BMX bikes, they skateboard, they do outdoor activities. They're wrestlers in high school. They have decent education. They might become a mechanic. They know how to fix their car. They're masculine. Like, nah, this is a guy that, you know, he sits down to urinate. This is one of those white guys. This is not a normal white guy, but she had to ensure the white genetics because she is obsessed with white. Oh, she's obsessed with it. I'm not saying I'm against interracial dating, interracial marriage. Not at all. Not at all. Not in the least bit. But I am against self-hatred. And this is clearly self-hatred like you've never seen before. And boy, that white boy got some strong genes because it looks like the only Black person in this photograph is Candace Owens. She looks blacker. She looks blacker in this photograph, doesn't she? She looks blacker than normal. Blacker. But here's the crazy thing. Candace Owens tries her best. Right, exactly. She went for that British aristocrat look in a real way. She tries her best to endear herself to the conservatives or the far right, the white supremacists. Yes. Then what does she do? She only experiences the hatred of the very people she's trying to be buddy-buddy with. She's just a tool to them. I guess his name is George Farmer. I don't know. George Farmer has destroyed his bloodline. Hideous creatures. Oh, that's such a pity. The conservatives don't accept you. The right, the white right does not accept you. Oh, that's a pity, Candace. You've put in so much work for them. And they don't accept you. Oh, that hurts my heart. A real pity. And I'm going to tell you guys one more time, do not mention other content creators in my chat. You will be removed. That is the final warning. And I also told you all, if you have a contradiction, you can come on live in HD and present your contradiction. So anyways, let's go ahead and acknowledge the folks supporting the work, and then we'll get back after it. I find it very funny that all of a sudden, all those high IQ Candace Owens supporters that are so intelligent, in general, they're so intelligent, but specifically, they're more intelligent than Marquetta Von Burton, and they are scared to come on. And we've not seen one of them survive 20 seconds. They haven't even survived 20 seconds. Shout out to Sire, writes, let's work, sir. We are working. Shout out to Sheldon, writes, conservatives don't exist because they pretend to love the Constitution while advocating for a police state and the violation of the Fourth Amendment. Oh, yeah. Let's not even talk about that part, right? About the fact that the government is bigger than ever and has no idea of ever reducing in size. You got a Donald Trump. We have to reduce spending. We have to reduce the military. We're the military industrial complex. We also need a golden dome. Oh, you're falling after Israel. Fascinating. Shout out to Enrique. Glad to catch a second live in a row. Absolutely. It's a pleasure to have you here. Shout out to Mr. Buck. Writes, thank you for the work. You are very welcome. Do you have a defense of Candace Owens?
Here's the thing.
Yes or no? Do you have a defense of Candace Owens?
No.
Okay. I'll give you 30 seconds to say whatever you came on here to say.
All right. First of all, Marquette, I want to say it's a pleasure meeting you.
Likewise.
I watch your streams, and I just want to say, keep up the good work.
Thank you. Sir.
I'm not here to glaze. I do have a little bit of a disagreement with you, brother.
Is it about Candace Owens?
Yeah, I guess you could say.
Proceed.
Yeah. I think Candace Owens is a good woman. I ain't gonna lie.
A good woman or a good podcaster?
I would say that if there was any person that I would want my daughter to resemble, besides the fake hair, because I have an issue with the hair thing as well.
No, you don't have an issue with it because you're following her. But carry on.
I mean, I don't follow her.
You're here to defend her. That's what the link was. I put the video link in, and I specifically said, "Come on to defend Candace Owens."
Yeah, I mean, do you think that she has good character or no?
No.
Okay. Please explain. Please elaborate.
Bro, you ain't been watching the stream?
I mean, I caught where you said something about her hair. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, she believes in God. I mean, she believes in God, bro. I mean, she dresses modestly. She dresses modestly. Does she dress like a hoe? Does she dress like a slut?
Yes, she does. And I would appreciate if you'd stop using vulgar language in the live stream.
My fault.
Are you a Muslim?
No.
You're not a Muslim. You're a Christian.
No.
Okay, so you brought up God. Where's God become relevant in your life?
I'm a Hebrew.
Aha, I see. You're Hebrew Israelite?
I mean, you can call me that, yeah. I mean, the people of the Bible are Israelites, so yeah.
Okay, so you're a Hebrew. Are you like one of the Hebrews that we find in the purple, the guys who wear the purple and that stuff?
I mean, I don't wear purple.
Okay, so I'm asking, are you a part of an organization?
No.
Okay, so
that's just my heritage. That's literally my heritage.
Okay, so
I go back to Sephardic Jews.
Okay, so you're saying that you define yourself as a Hebrew based on your understanding of the Bible and your belief on your heritage.
My lineage, my father,
not
on my father's side.
And
my father's side.
Yes, I understand.
On my father, yeah. On my father's side, we're Sephardic Jews, bro. That migrated. We were taken as slaves from Spain.
Understood. And you're not a part of any organization of any kind.
No, but I do respect the work that they put in. The same way how I respect the work that you put in, the work that you do.
Okay, understood. So you have stated that Candace Owens is a good woman.
Compared to the other podcasters, show me a woman. How about this, Marquette? Show us a woman that you would want our daughters to resemble on the internet.
I have a Lady Saints event. Let me find the date for you. Actually, let me find the date. I'm gonna find the date for you.
Because I mean, like Marquette, like nobody's perfect.
No, give me a
so
second.
if we're gonna get on somebody for not being perfect,
man,
you know,
you just asked me a question. I just asked you to give me time to answer your question. Do you mind?
Hey, calm down, brother. Do
you mind?
Why are you getting all? Why are you getting all? Why are you yelling?
And then you start talking. Do you mind if I answer your question?
I mean, I don't mind.
Thank you.
I just don't understand why you're yelling at me.
Be silent to get the answer. Just be silent to get the answer. That's all I ask. You ask the question, be silent to get the answer. Thank you.
Hey, don't disrespect me though.
Be silent. I will disrespect you to your face. You wouldn't do a damn thing. You're frail.
I wouldn't.
Be silent. You wouldn't do a damn thing. You're frail. Be silent.
I mean, you're probably right.
Anyways, I have a Lady Saints event, March 28, 2026. March 28 is the first day. March 29 is the second day, 2026. It's called the Lady Saints. It'll be filled with women that are the best example of what a girl should grow into. You said name a woman on the internet. Look at the women on the internet.
So you didn't answer my question. So there's not one woman you can point to right now.
Be silent.
Answer the question.
Be silent. There are no women on the internet, you fool. The answer is that they're not on the internet. That's why I said I have an event where you can come offline and see them. It's not that I didn't answer the question, it's that you're too dumb to understand the answer. That's
hey, yo.
You're too dumb.
I'm not dumb. I'm actually I'm highly intellectual. I'm highly smart.
I'm not going to be respectful. I'm not going to be respectful because I don't respect people like you. And I'm not going
to I don't to be honest. To be honest,
I'm not gonna
Marquette,
play nice with people like you.
I don't respect people like you.
No, I don't play nice with people like you because you
I don't play
are
nice with people
dumb.
like you.
You don't know you're dumb, and you're a part of the 20% of blacks that we have to eliminate because you're problematic. Because you're not
All right, so let me repeat what you said then. Let me repeat what you said.
Enough to be an asset.
Let me repeat.
No.
Let me repeat what you said.
When white people who are racist say that blacks are low IQ, they're specifically
they're thinking of me, right?
You.
They're specifically talking about me.
And
all right,
you are
so
the kind that we have to eradicate because you're holding us back.
So Marquette, are you gonna talk over me? Are you gonna talk over me and call me names and just?
I don't respect you, so I don't show you respect. That's an important thing for everyone watching to understand. If I respected you, I would show you respect, but I look at you as some sort of a slave level human. I look at you as a subhuman. I look at you as the gum under my shoe. So I'll cut you off. I'll talk over you. I'll enslave you. I'll eradicate you because I don't respect you.
Marquette, your shit stinks, bro.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not your bro. We're not alike. We're not the same.
Bro, culture. Your shit stinks, bro.
We're not alike. I asked you to stop cursing. I'll have to remove you from the live stream if you keep cursing. Now, say what you have to say.
Yeah, so basically, you didn't answer. Well, you did answer the question. You stated that there's no good women on the internet. They're not on the internet, which is fucking stupid. Number one.
There you are cursing again. These low income people. You can tell he's low income. Look at his beard. Look at his beard. He's walking outside in the public. He has nowhere to be. This person is a vagabond. It's a homeless type of black guy. Look at that dirty looking beard he has. Ugly looking.
Bro,
and he has a dusty jacket on with lint all over it. You filthy animal, talking about how much he makes. Why aren't you sitting in the back of your Rolls Royce then talking to me? Why aren't you in your mansion talking to me? You're a low income fool. You're probably on your lunch break right now. You're wearing a dirty, faded black hat. That hat's not even black. It's like dark gray. You look completely dusty. You couldn't even get braces. You have a gap in the middle of your teeth like Mike Tyson in 1984. It's just like you can't even get basic services. You're in utter poverty. You're a dirty dirt bag of a black person, and I have no tolerance for you. I think you should be enslaved and eliminated. Your type, you're the worst. You disgust me at a high level. I have no respect. I'll degrade you. I'll call you names. I'll enslave you. I'll eliminate you. That's what should be done with people like you. You're not a worthy human being. So when people say, oh, why are you attacking him? I'm attacking him because I just told you, I view you as a subhuman. You're like a rat to me. You're like a cockroach to me. Like your teeth, you don't even have your teeth together. How could you ever bring together any meaningful, coherent system of ideas? Exactly. You're in poverty. Your teeth are yellow. You don't even brush your teeth. You're a pathetic human being. So why is someone like you, you dusty, impoverished little animal?
You keep muting me.
Why do you think you have anything to contribute? You can't even contribute to yourself.
But why are you muting me?
You can't even contribute to yourself. Why do you think you can contribute to others? Be humble, young man. Be humble. You need to be humble. You have nothing. You have no qualification. You don't have education. You're not professionally accomplished. You're not financially accomplished. You don't have anything to boast about because you're a loser. So all you can do is detract. That's it. And what do people like him who are losers? They try to mention heritage. Oh, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Why? Because they want to say they're favored by God. You damn sure ain't favored by mankind. You ain't favored by the society. So you got to be favored by God. Why? Because when you look around your material existence, you can see it's a reflection of your lack of knowledge, your lack of know-how. If you're spiritually gifted, if you're like chosen by God, why does God have you in poverty? Why does God have you with yellow teeth? Why does God have you with a gap tooth, like between the two worst teeth, a gap in the middle? That's extraordinary. Why does God have you with a nappy beard? That's insane. Brush your beard, my boy. Why do you got them rat hairs on the bottom? Like, why do you not even have a full beard? Like, why can't God fill in the pigment for you? It's ridiculous. Why do you have a filthy top on? Like, bro, get a lint brush. You're ridiculous. And why is that dang jacket so old? The collar ain't even standing up properly. It's like your collar is an old crippled man on meth. Why is your collar on lean? Your collar's tweaking. Bro, you're not favored by God. You're not a Hebrew. You're not a Jew. You're just some dirty, dusty black guy. That's all you are. You're not anything special. You're a dreamer. You're a person that's delusional, and you need to feel good about yourself. So you create myth. You're creating mythology. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I'm a Sephardic. You're not a Sephardic anything. You're a person who might have just farted. You're a person who might smell like you farted, but you're not Sephardic anything. You're ridiculous. Get a life, buddy. Oh, God. Get a life, buddy. Get a life. You're a clown. And anyone who's like, yeah, why are you being mean? I'm being mean because I have legitimate hatred for people like that. You heard me? Like, if you see like the Klan and they say, we hate N-words, me too. And that was an N-word, hard R, and I treated him like an N-word, hard R. That's all that is. I'm telling you, I hate these people and I'm treating them with hatred. That's all that is. You heard me? Like, it's nothing special. It's not like Marquette's out of control. No, I'm completely in control. I just don't have respect. So I treat them disrespectfully. Do you get it? You get it now? There you go. That's all that was. And I enjoy it. You know, just side note, I enjoy it. Go ahead, send in your comments, questions. And also, if you think for some reason that you can intellectually contend, feel free to hit the link. And there were 3 people who called in. The first 2 were respectful. They were wrong, but they were respectful. I treated them with respect and regard, obliterated their arguments. The third guy was a complete nut, and I treated him like what he is. Anyways, carrying on. Shout out to Mr. Buck supporting the work. And also acknowledge Daryl writes, haven't caught a live in a while because I've been in Jakarta. Crazy that I met 3 saints in Indonesia on one trip. As I say, we have a real community. Shout out to Daryl. Shout out to all the saints who are really a part of this thing of ours. It's a real community. It's not just Babel. And if you want to join, you'd be wise to thesassin, THESASN.com. Click the join button and link up. It's real community. Shout out to Young supporting the work. Now also acknowledge Junior writes, your teaching how to learn video was too short. Peace of the saints. I appreciate that. Shout out to the Jughead writes, Candace Owens is lucky that black men are so good-natured. Exactly. And ignorant. Don't forget that. No other race of men would tolerate their women defending races of other men that kill them. Fascinating. Shout out to Enrique writes, we'll have to catch the rest of the video in the replay. May also acknowledge Elite. He writes, first time paying tuition, supporting the work all the way from NYC. We rock with you heavy. I appreciate it. Shout out to the brothers in the city. The swarthy wizard writes, peace of the saints, Mr. Burton. Are the betas into Candace Owens because of her so-called intelligence or desire over her juicy lips and watermelons on her chest? Well, you know, subconsciously, the betas are of course, driven by their need for intercourse. They have to scrounge around to get intercourse and to get women to favor them. And the betas subconsciously want the attention and approval of females because they think it might lead to intercourse. Shout out to the Culture Club USA writes, quote, soft male on trial right here. Stick a fork in him. He's done. Saint, your rants crack me up. DeBrava. Shout out to DeBrava. Also, and you know, she's actually hilarious. I've watched her streams, cracks me up. Shout out to the Phillies. This was the gentleman who was on earlier. The Caucasian gentleman. He writes, Marquette, awesome topic. Many people don't want to hear these things because of the propaganda of equality always being preached. Oh, I agree. Shout out to Jakob writes, not a thing, just supporting the work. Appreciate you. Shout out to the saints in Europe. Too cool for school writes, but Saint, they actually make really good points, you know, after they steal them from men. Supporting the work. Yeah, absolutely. And that's all you see with the female grifters. Shout out to Allah's Vice. I don't know if that's the proper word, but if it is, shout out. Teach me the definition. Peace of the saints, first time paying tuition. I appreciate you. Shout out to the real ones. Mr. Chambliss writes, Warquetoquet. Appreciate you. Always supporting. Yuma writes, peace of the saints. I see your videos even in my feed while scrolling in Dubai. TikTok for you page. Shout out to your content strategy, Saint. Love to see the exponential growth. Visiting the Middle East for the summer. You know what? No, currently I got a lot of things I have to take care of. In the States, get the property up to snuff in terms of hosting events. There'll be a lot of work, a lot of money to be allocated. And so, yeah, we got to get that done. It'll be a community effort, God willing. Do you have a, are you here to defend Candace Owens? This young man doesn't realize I'm talking to him. Okay, there we go. It's another one. The gentleman writes, too much game for the lames, big homie. You ain't never lied, man. Shout out to Quandon writes, how is Candace Owens traditional when she doesn't carry her husband's last name? Oh, that's another fascinating point you bring up. Shout out to DeBrava is back. She writes, in my opinion, these women tend to dress more like men than women. Great show, Mark. Oh, that's another good one. Shout out to Tarek. Writes, peace of the saints. Now, DeBrava is back. She's supporting in a real way. She writes, God help the school kid who tries to mess with the saint at recess back in the day. Can you imagine? Listen, and I've always been the same. 100. You hear me? Anyways, okay, so we caught up there. And may I acknowledge via Venmo. Shout out to Richmond writes, peace of the saints. There's a liberal white woman who spreads filth to other women saying body count doesn't matter and said everyone is scared to debate her. Oh, wow, that's extraordinary. The funny thing is those debates, they don't, he shared the link. Those debates, they don't really do much except entertain people. I never really wanted to be an entertainer. And debating things like, does body count matter? I don't think you really persuade anyone. Even when you checkmate people, they don't admit it. And the intelligent people knew you were right before the debate started. But feel free, if you wouldn't mind emailing me her URL, her IG URL, and I'll take a look into it. I might be willing to flame her up. I might just be feeling particularly vicious one day. I might flame her up. Shout out to Rudy. He writes, you should add Brett Cooper as well. Her popularity is up there with Candace, Owens, and Pearl. I never even heard of Shorty, but her name is Brett. Tells you everything you need to know about her parents, right? Super weirdos. Shout out to Uchenna. Came in via Venmo. He writes, the live you did with the lady, I popped in for a quick second as I wanted to get my account situation rectified. I was able to watch the live in its entirety, and you were dealing with another feminist masking herself as conservative. It's quite disgusting. These devils on earth come on to try to push the narrative that, quote, they think women shouldn't work, end quote, as they work a full-time job. They try to push their podcast and do all the things you see the liberal females doing. Examples: dyed hair, lots of makeup, talking about equality, working. Thank you. All women are basically liberal. I'm sure the more you would have dug in, there would have been more traits identified. Exactly. And I wasn't trying to do her dirty. It's also crazy. You asked what she classifies these type of females as, and she foolishly answered, and for some odd reason, confidently responded without understanding she's speaking about herself. Female delusion, classic. May I acknowledge Kyle with the baller alert? Shout out to Kyle. He writes, okay, we got another guy on. Give me a second. Are you here to defend Candace Owens?
I like Candace Owens.
Okay, that guy's video was frozen, unfortunately. Shout out to Kyle. He writes, are you, with a baller alert, he writes, quote, are you seeking to be nurtured, end quote. That point was so smooth, I thought it should be repeated, right? That's what a woman should be doing, is nurturing. You guys are seeking leadership from Candace Owens, a female. It's extraordinary. Shout out to Charlie, sends intuition. And imagine people like, she's fighting against the small hats. Women don't fight. Women don't win fights. Women don't even walk down alleys by themselves without fear. Women don't fight. Come on. No, women, they need the protection of a man. Women are not going to fight a revolution. They're not going to free you. If you're actually in bondage, you think a woman is going to be the one to free you? Extraordinary. If there's real opposition, you think it's going to yield to a woman? Extraordinary. You can't be that dumb. Anyways, shout out to Gabriel. Comes in with tuition by Venmo. May also acknowledge Mr. Chambliss writes, the kid needs to be faster with his responses. Oh, they all do. But if they were faster, they probably wouldn't be trying to debate me because they'd understand. Shout out to Travis. He writes, comment emailed. He writes via Venmo. As I've stated before, I do live events for a living. One of the live events I used to do was for Turning Point, which is a right-wing political movement that used to employ Candace Owens. I found nothing special about her speeches. The only one of their staff that was even slightly respectful was Charlie Kirk, who, by the way, is an Israeli. Benny Johnson was on their staff, and he was fired from every job before that because of plagiarism. Not surprising. Benny Johnson was an a-hole, and Candace Owens was kind of rude during her sound checks. These people are nothing to look up to. Thank you for sharing that. Shout out to Andre. He writes, Peace of the Saints. I got a fractured left ankle. Haven't been able to run or jump rope as much. How did you manage to stay consistent on your daily habits with a torn ACL? You got to do what you can do when you can do it. That's it. That's the key to life. Do what you can do when you can do it. Thank you to the gentleman who shared the link for the possible debate. I'm going to try to set that one aside. And if anyone is a member and you don't hear back from us within 24 hours, feel free to resend it. We do want to give the best in customer service. We are overwhelmed because we get a lot of fan mail, which, mind you, I don't want to be a celebrity. I don't want any fan mail. I love to hear good news, like people getting over drug addiction, losing weight. But we get a lot of fan mail, so it floods the inbox and just overwhelms. So if you are a member, we want to support and help with whatever you need. So if you don't hear back within 24 hours, please do send another email. Shout out to Gwinsley, supporting the work, came in via PayPal. Shout out to Portia, supporting the work via PayPal. May also acknowledge McKinsey, writes, thanks for kicking game, big homie. Peace of the Saints. I appreciate you. Shout out to the real ones. Shout out to Miles. He writes, Peace of the Saints. Mr. Burton, you're truly everyone's favorite YouTuber. Aaron the Plumber just made some merch of a saying you started. Right, that part. Here's the proof for the imbeciles that don't believe Mr. Burton is your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. Check his hat and his stupid talking points. He's part of the 20%. Keep cooking. Sir, yes, sir. Shout out to Willie. He writes, Peace of the Saints. These boys really out here popping their gums for Candace Owens. Isn't that crazy? They're booty clapping for Candace Owens. It's extraordinary. But would she do it for you? Would she do it for you? Insane. It's really pathetic. When she wouldn't spit on them if they were on fire. Keep flaming them, Saint, right? We setting them on fire. Shout out to Clay supporting the work. Came in via PayPal. Shout out to the real ones. Shout out to those men who stand up, pay what they owe. Shout out to those men who support the work. Shout out to those men who are a part of the movement. And shout out to the lady saints as well. Shout out to the good women. Big Easy writes, much love. You do awesome work, and I truly appreciate your knowledge and pure openness. I ask you to listen to me by Big Easy, First Time Tuition. Peace of the Saints. Maybe that's a song he's referencing. Wishful Thinking writes, Hi, Marquette. I trained striking, grappling for years. What's your opinion on balancing learning self-defense and long-term brain damage from hard sparring? Well, sparring is not supposed to be hard unless you're coming up on a prize fight, right? Like, I have experienced hard sparring, unfortunately, many times because I've been in very competitive gyms, namely in Las Vegas. But the truth is that if you're not preparing for a prize fight, you should not be hard sparring. You're working on reflexes, movements, defense, footwork. So there you go. Anyways, back to the flaming. Let me break all of this apart. And you guys have to know that when you look in the comment section, the number of people, the percentage of the comments supporting this bed wench, very high. So ask yourself why all of a sudden, when the big bad wolf says, oh, okay, you guys, you want to dance? You want to dance? Okay, we can dance. All of a sudden, where are they? You hear me? When Scarface shows up with the AK, all of a sudden they're gone. Where are they? I wanted to play. You guys wanted to have fun. You wanted me to come out and play. I'm here to play. Let's play. Where'd they go? Yeah, no, I want the smoke. Where are they? It's a pity. It's so strange. They scatter like cockroaches. That's how you know they're not real men. Real men don't follow broads. E.A. Johnson writes, she has also secured her family further away from the Black community by marrying outside of it. She isn't heard by most Black people. She's a smart woman and successful at what she does, but she is an outsider. That's 100% correct. 100% correct. She's not one of us. She's not one of us. You see, Black people, I am your soul. You read my book, you look at my life. I am your soul if you're a Black American. I am the epitome of the American dream. I am the epitome of what the Black American male looks like when he did everything right. I started in the places that the Black rapper describes, in those ghettos that they talk about, struggling. That's where I came from. Huh? Now, I am the authentic foundational Black American. Candace Owens has no resonance with Black people. She has no culture. She's not like us. No one accepts her. She's a tool and a stooge. 2GZ writes, I think you said more than enough in the space provided, respectfully. Okay, that was a comment that just had no meaning. This person writes, all I'm gonna add, please, I always ask you guys to use proper English when writing. This person, homosexual here, I love Candace. You remember what I told you? That's the same way let me enlarge that for you guys. That's the same way that the female started her explanation. She stated, womanly, I love. Oh, is this about love? Are we talking about love or are we talking about grifting? Are we talking about love or are we talking about false prophets? Are we talking about love or are we talking about plagiarizing? Are we talking about love or are we talking about someone who's tricking you? Are we talking about love or are we talking about values, shared values? I love. Okay. Thanks for being a woman in a position and in a place where women do not belong. You're talking about love when really we're supposed to be engaging reason. So the broad in the bottom of the video starts with, oh, I love Candace Owens. No, you don't love her, you idiot. You don't even know her. You've never met her. You don't love her. You don't even know her. Then you have the males that follow a female, which means they're effeminate. And then what do? They use the exact same language. I love Candace. I love. No, you don't love, you idiot. Person writes, you so cold with it, bro. You ain't lying. I'm super cold. Here's another fruit. I love Candace. Love. They're using it again. Here's another one. We love Candace. Love. So these are the effeminate males. These are the effeminate ones. Let's see the photo on this one. L take, brother. Why do they keep calling me brother? I'm not your brother. I am not your brother. I am not your brother, buddy. Now, is this a masculine man? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Bro, trying big hard. Internet guy starter kit. Hold on. I see you, Willie. I'm about to let you in on a second. Let me go through internet guy starter kit. Internet guy starter kit. Pose for photos. Photo pose. Grand Canyon. Let's take more than one photo at the same place. Grand Canyon. Internet starter kit. Photo pose. Grand Canyon again because I can't afford to travel. Internet guy starter kit. I'm wearing a suit. It's not custom like Marquette's. Internet guy starter kit. Take your shirt off constantly. Do it again. Shirt off. Do it again. Shirt off. Internet guy starter kit. Awesome. Pictures of me working out. Internet guy starter kit. I'm a basic guy. Take photos in front of cars that are not mine. Internet guy starter kit. Corvette. Internet guy starter kit. Corvette. So there's a lot of basic things in internet guy starter kit. Internet guy starter kit always has shirtless photos. Internet guy starter kit always have car photos. Internet guy starter kit. Internet guy starter kit. It's unfortunate. If you scroll down like my main page, I don't think I have pictures of any of my cars with me posing, just like standing on the car. And my cars are better than his, but I don't have any pictures of it. I went and bought a new Maybach. I didn't even say anything about it. The only reason anyone knows is because the salesman was proud of himself and wants to improve his business. So he tagged me and I reshared it because that helps his business. I always tell you guys, if you can do something for somebody, do it. But I didn't tell anybody about that. Internet guy starter kit. Show basic things, but think that it's impressive. Show things that are very basic and easy to attain. You got 3 photos in the Grand Canyon, little buddy. 3 separate photos. It's the same damn photo. Why do you have 3 copies of it? Super basic, super basic. Very basic internet guy starter kit. Now, here's the thing. I want you guys to notice this. Shirt off. Why do you want the shirt off? To show the muscles. Why do you want to show the muscles? You want to intimidate. You want to look brolic. You want to impress women because women look at the muscles. They think strength and they think the capacity for violence. Let's see if we can find him fighting anywhere. Let's see if we can find some fades. Let's see, Internet Guy Starter Kit. Is he about the fades? Let's see, Internet Guy Starter Kit. We didn't find any fades. This is a concert. That's Chicago. Oh, that's not impressive. This is a concert. This is a concert. This is the one country he's been to, and this is a concert. You don't do fades. You like to look tough, but you're not tough. You go to my profile. You don't see Internet Guy Starter Kit. I'm not flossing the cars. I'm not flossing stuff on you. It's life experience. It's travel to exotic places most of you can't go to, and it's fades. You go through, there's a tab that says hands, and you see me fighting people who train to fight. By the way, that's harder than fighting random knuckleheads because I do the fades. But also I do fades in real life. You can read my book, The Black Box. I've been catching fades since I was a young boy. I grew up on the fade. You heard me? I was raised on the fade. So like Internet Boy Starter Kit, let me just say something as well. Just because I'm disrespectful and I'm really like that, real talk. This is, let me let everybody know, and I wasn't even going to say where I am, but this is, I like the opportunity to meet up with somebody in person and crush their face. Let me let everybody know. I'm in Miami right now. I'm dolo by myself. I'm in Miami right now. I'm dolo by myself. Real talk. Swear to God on my life. This boy's in Miami. I swear to God on my life, we can meet up and I'll square off and max you out. I'll break your face on the one-on-one in a parking lot. You park your Corvette and I'll park my car that costs 4 times more than your car. We'll stand in the middle of the parking lot and we'll thug it out right now. Swear to God. And I'm just saying it because I'm out here and I don't be out here like that. I'm going to send him a DM right now because I want the fade and I'll go catch it. Swear to God. And I don't want no cameras. Don't bring no cameras. Don't bring no cameras. We ain't recording the fade. We're going to catch the fade. After the fade, if you want to record, we could record. We could take a picture. You heard me? I don't want no evidence. It's just going to be a friendly fade. After the fade, you take a picture of my face, take a picture of your face. Win, lose, or draw. It don't even matter. It ain't about winning the fade. It's about catching the fade. So look, check this out. I want to prove to you guys. I'm in Miami right now. Just so you guys know what I'm about. Because I always wanted to catch one of these internet dweebs. And listen, I'm in the worst shape of my whole life. I've been traveling around the world. I ain't had protein. I ain't had proper meals. I'm in the worst shape of my life. I'm the most flabby and slow I ever been. That's Miami. I'm in Miami right now. Right as we speak. And I'm dolo. Right as we speak. So give me a second. Because I want this fade and I'm going to go catch it. But listen here, nerd boy. Don't show up with nobody. I could call up people. I ain't going to show up with nobody. Let's catch the fade. And we ain't no stomp outs, no nothing. When somebody hit the ground, the fade's over. That's it. So the fade's over. If somebody hit the ground, go to sleep, wake them up, make sure they straight. If we need ambulance or whatever, I'll put you in the back of the Maybach and I will drop you off at the hospital. On God. Listen, this boy he lives in Miami. I saw the picture. There it is. That's his car, right? If you have your car somewhere, that's where you live. His car's there. That says Wynwood, Miami. Great. Great. He looks like he's bigger than me too. He looks good and tall. He looked good and tall. You heard me? He looked good and tall. He's in good shape. I promise you, this is the worst shape I've ever been in. Right now, you would have the best chance of winning the fade. I have an elbow injury that I've had for months. My old lady just scheduled a doctor's appointment. I can't even throw the jab. I have a serious elbow injury. I want the fade because I never get to see these people in person. So I'm going to repeat again. Actually, I'm going to send it to him right now. Give me a second. Let me just take this off screen. Let me send him a message right now because I want this fade. I absolutely want it. For fun. I just want it for fun. Just so these people know, like, what's up with me. I want it for fun. A private fade. That's it. So I'm writing, hey, bro, I'm in Miami. If you want to meet one-on-one with no one else, we can go to private and shoot the fade. I'm here for 2 more days. When somebody hits the ground, the fade is over. And we can shake hands and take photos. But no video recording the fade. That's it. So I shot him a DM right now. And upon my word, If he respond back and say yes, I get off this live right now, put on my shoes and go break his jaw. Swear to God, I break his jaw and take photos afterward, just so y'all know that the fade was caught. Because one of us ain't gonna look the same. I promise you that. Yeah, I just shot him that DM, you know. And listen, I'm in Miami. You saw him in Miami, and I'm not Aaron the plumber. Like, bro is a nerd. You hear me? Like, he was on the live session talking about, yeah, I'm gonna come back to Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta. So then when he get back to Atlanta, he don't say nothing. Like, he don't really want to fade. It's not about the fade. It's about the internet stuff. It was never about the fade. I want this fade. I'm in Miami. I see bro lives in Miami. I said, bro, let's just meet up, shoot this fade real quick. You heard me? I wish I had a mouthpiece, to be honest with you. I wish I had a mouthpiece, but I shoot it without it. I shoot it without it. You know what I'm saying? I wish he had a mouthpiece. I don't want to mess the boy's teeth up for the rest of his life, but we're going to shoot this fade. Anyways, we see if he reply. And you guys saw me shoot the DM right now. You saw him in Miami. You see he lives in Miami. I said, don't bring anybody. Don't record it like a weirdo. Shoot the fade, and then we're going to go from there. Carrying on. Are you here to defend Candace Owens? Oh, we can't even hear you. Your mic is muted. I'll give you a little bit of time to fix your mic. I'm going to just pull you out for a second. Are you here to defend Candace Owens?
Yeah, what's up, Marquez? Yes, I am. How are you, bro?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm a big fan of you, bro. I respect the fact that you have the stream open for anyone.
Talk to me.
Yeah, Marquez. So I want to present you with the fact that Candace Owens, she had an issue with Daily Wire where she was defending, I don't want to get you flagged, but the country in the Middle East, like against them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think that shows great principle from her.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I don't think much about it. Has she ever been to Palestine?
No.
Oh, okay. Have I ever been to Palestine?
No, I don't know, to be honest. You've been everywhere, so I don't know. But,
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. So you said she talked.
Yeah.
Okay. And go on.
Yeah. I find it to be like very amazing that like Daily Wire, the whole system of them, they all support that country and they would never go against it. But she was the only one that stood up, even amongst the men there. So that's something that I would respect.
Okay. So did she make money from that?
Yeah.
She's making money talking about these people, right?
Sorry, Marco, can you give me 1 second, if you don't mind?
Yeah. I'll give you some time. You here to defend Candace Owens?
No. How you doing, Mr. Marquette?
I'm well. How are you?
I cannot complain. No, I actually agree with you. And another point that I was trying to touch on, mostly that, first of all, I'm from Egypt, so I'm from the Nation of Islam. And ever since I came to the United States at 2014, I had noticed that the Black women are way more educated than Black men in this country, and the balance is off. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
This is also increasingly true with whites as well. This is probably going to consistently be true around the entire planet Earth. There's a great work that I have listed on Amazon.com/shop/The Saint in the Center, and it references the changing demographics and university enrollment, but also it goes through the whole explanation of how the female is favored in the educational process for learning is centered around female modalities. Sit, follow directions, pay attention to details. Boys develop executive functioning later in life. Boys are more tactile, they're more physical. So male behavior is made into a problem in elementary school. So boys get IEPs. They get assigned as having behavioral issues when really it's just them being males. whereas females are better at listening, sitting, talking. The female modality is they love talking. What is education except the process of talking and listening? And so, yes, of course, they're going to thrive in the educational system as it is, but carry on. And please wind it down in as much as the link is for people who disagree, people who are on to defend Candace Owens, but please hurry to your point.
Well, basically, I just wanted to touch more on that because personally, like people like Candace Owens and so on, I feel like they should be more focused on women being more submissive, cooperative, not prioritizing the career, because if you prioritize your man, mostly whatever you desire in life will be there. It's not your job to try to, try and explain a point of view that you really do not understand or don't associate with. You can't speak from a man point of view, but but another thing, but that's all. I'm just big fan. Hey, I see you in January tour. I already bought the ticket.
Okay, very good. It'll be a great time, and I look forward to meeting you. Appreciate the support.
No problem.
Peace of the Saints. I actually got a DM back from the gentleman. He writes, "Fade for what?" Because I said your take on Candace Owens was wrong. You're tripping, gang, and I'm not flying to Miami to fight you. I got more important things to do. No, fair enough. I wouldn't fly anywhere to fight anybody. I just thought you happened to be in the neighborhood. I'm in the neighborhood. Let's shoot the fair one. You heard me? Like, that's all I thought. I wouldn't fly for a fade. That's a complete waste of time. But I figured, shit, I didn't get my exercise in today. Might as well, let's shoot the fade. Why not? But anyways, if he was here, he wouldn't shoot the fade anyways. Why? Because we disagree about Candace Owens? No, because we're different kind of people, and I actually like to commit violence against people like you. That's kind of why. So I figure let's shoot the fade. I would like to have you agree to let me beat you up. Are you here to defend Candace Owens?
Actually, no, I'm not. Can you hear me okay?
I can't hear you well. I'll give you about a minute to wrap up what you have to say.
No, brother. I just was here just to let you know I support where you're coming from. I do admire the work you have put in and what you do. And I definitely stand with you with everything that you said today and all the things I've listened to from the time I started following you this year. So, brother, I'm here to support you. I'm standing with you. It's just it, brother. Just keep it going.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
100.
Absolutely. Shout out to the real ones. Shout out to the real ones. You're about to wrap up a point?
Yes, bro. So in my opinion, she forgone her being reliable in Daily Wire just so she can defend that country. That's why.
Did she lose her source of income?
From Daily Wire, yeah.
Did she lose her source of income, which is podcasting?
No, she did not.
Okay. So she separated from a company which was probably taking a significant portion of the revenues she's helping generate. So she basically separated from the company and is now continuing to do the exact same thing and capture more of the profit. That's impressive. Amazing. Come on, man. Word.
Listen, I'm Middle Eastern, so maybe that's why it matters more to me. That's it. Because she used to support it, but now she doesn't,
Let me just paraphrase that real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, just so you can understand, and then we can talk about the underlying issues.
Okay, please.
So let's say that I'm a photographer for Vogue. Okay. Vogue is very famous, but I'm a famous photographer for Vogue. So every time Vogue sends me out to do my job of taking photographs, I get paid by Vogue. Obviously, they're paying me less than they're making. That's how they can pay me. So there's an issue, and Vogue wants me to go take photographs of Israel, and I say, no, I won't do that. I want to go take photos of Palestine. So I separate from Vogue. I'm still going to be a photographer, and I'm still going to get paid for my photos because I'm a famous photographer. So people are going to pay me for my photos directly now. So I probably am going to earn more money because Vogue is not skimming off the top of what I'm creating in terms of financial value. So I look like I took a moral high ground, whether I believe or don't believe, whether it was a strategic move or not. I've now removed myself from working under a company and corporation that's skimming off some of the financial value I create, and I'm capturing all of the profit. What was my sacrifice?
Yeah, absolutely see your point. It's like she is now not getting her money stolen from Daily Wire. I see where you're coming from.
Right. There's no sacrifice. Now, do we agree that what's happening in Gaza is a human tragedy? We should all be actually crying right now.
Yeah,
Like,
horrible. Yeah.
we should be crying. That's how bad it is.
Mm.
We're talking about starvation. This is a horrible way to die. Listen, to be blown up, obvious, not pleasant. It's an instant death. The slow death of women and children starving. There are women who are pregnant in Gaza right now that are experiencing miscarriages just due to malnutrition. They don't have enough calories, and so the pregnancies are basically being aborted due to insufficient nutrient.
Horrible.
It's horrible. Yeah, exactly. Now, has Candace ever been to Palestine? She's a journalist, right? Has she ever been to Palestine?
From my knowledge, no.
Yeah, right, exactly. Have I ever been to Palestine? Exactly.
I probably believe, yeah, I believe so.
So, you know, like if I you ever heard the word Jenin?
Oh, that city in West Bank, correct?
Oh, okay, okay. Do you think she has heard it or been there, or like?
I don't think she's been there. Maybe sure, but I don't think she's been there. I never been there too.
Okay, okay, because the war in Palestine is not new.
No.
Right? The suffering in Gaza is not new. It all of a sudden it became in vogue. All of a sudden people are paying attention. The state of Israel was created by carving out and stealing land and life from Palestine over decades.
Yeah.
Now it's become interesting. I would wonder about the people who are educated. Oh, you didn't care about this in 2009? You didn't care about this in 2010? You didn't care about it in 2008, 2004? You were an adult, an intelligent adult. You didn't care then? So I think these things are all very interesting. It's like people jump on the bandwagons and they also use things with insincerity. So frankly, I don't find her to be like a sincere person who actually cares about the Palestinian people or the Palestinian struggle. Now, as one who believes in justice and goodness and the beauty of the Deen of Islam as a culture and religion, it's a religion, not a culture, but you know, people use it as culture.
Absolutely.
But do I believe in the beauty of it? And would I be happy to hear anyone speak in favor of the people of Gaza? Yes, because they need it. They need every voice. But do I believe that she's sincere and she cares? I think she cares about the people of Gaza and their suffering as much as I care about the happiness of liberal fat white women, which is not at all. So anyways, but I appreciate you coming on. Thank you, Yusuf.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Take care, brother.
You too. All right. Anyways, may I acknowledge, shout out to Willie supporting the work. May I also acknowledge William. He writes, good morning, sir. You have a good thing going. The ism is legit. Off topic, should men know how to fight to be confident, debating, and dealing with everything in life? Peace of saints. You should know how to fight because life is a fight. Life is a fight. That's all. And you'll certainly be more confident if you know how to fight. You see, people who don't know how to fight or who don't really fight, their whole worldview is different. Their whole worldview is different. Like, for example, Aaron the runner. People who don't fight, they look at him and they think he knows how to fight because they don't fight. Oh, they'll be like, oh, his fans like, oh, you're scared. And I'm just like, you clearly don't know anything about boxing. If you've ever gotten in a boxing ring, if you've ever been in Vegas, especially and sparred, you've gotten beat up before. If you grew up in a hood and you were active like me, you've caught a lot of fades. Like being scared of a fade is not a thing, especially if you're a boxer, right? So it removes from you a level of fear that most squares will have. Like me, I was fighting before boxing, like in the streets. But once you get into boxing, it's removing fear. You got hit hard. You got knocked down before. You got a bloody lip before. You got a bloody nose before. You got your eyes swole up before. That's kind of the limit of what can happen. You could get knocked out. I've never been knocked out, of course. But you know what can happen to you. What's there to fear? Oh, I might get a black eye. I'm be honest. I've never had a black eye. But I've been punched in the eye hard as heck. I sparked this boy in Austin, Texas. I remember I was there. I had this little skinny little blonde thing at the time. I sparred this boy in Austin, Texas, which I really shouldn't have. I was just too arrogant, to be honest with you. I sparred the coach in the gym who was also competing. He was about to go to a tournament, and I was bodying, bro. But their timer was like usually the dun, you'll hear like you'll hear that when there's 10 seconds left, and then you'll hear dun at the end of the round. So at the end of the round, I heard dun, and I thought it was over. So I put my hands down, and then bro like dope fiended me as soon as I put my hands down. And things did not go well after that because I got hit so hard in the eye. I was still wearing my contact lenses. Like I had like double vision. I didn't get a black eye, but the point is that you've been hit hard before if you've sparred. You've been punched and gone to the ground. You've taken a liver shot. Like there's only so many things that can happen to you. And once all those things happen to you, like what's there to be scared of? You heard me? Like what's there to fear? So of course, fighting is going to be helpful to you. It's going to remove that fear from you. Anyways, shout out to Stop Playing Trey. He writes, I speak highly against the Wiggers. It makes me upset when I see black males defending women saying, quote, let women do what they want, end quote. Exactly. And when you say let women do what they want, you're basically saying let them be their own leader and your leader. He writes, when the revolution pops off, they're the first on my list. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, man, when the revolution pops off, man, I'm not gonna say too much. Shout out to Jay Even writes, peace to the saints. Thank you for the work. I appreciate you. You are welcome.
$1 a barrel. He says to go
Josiah.
Oh, what up, man?
Do you have a defense of Candace Owens?
I'm excited for that.
Is it possible to ask that young man in your background to stop talking?
Oh, go ahead. Say it again.
Sounds like there's a Caucasian, a white young man in your background who keeps talking. Am I wrong?
You're right. I'm
right.
on a live stream. You're right.
Okay. All right. Yeah. If you could pause that, I appreciate you. Yes. Do you have a defense of Candace Owens?
I mean, me personally, like, I don't see nothing wrong with Candace Owens. You feel me? Like, I think she putting on for the black community. You feel me? She's not like us. You feel me? And like, yeah, like, what's wrong with her?
Well, the whole stream has been about what's wrong with her. So you're coming on to explain what's right with her.
Okay.
So you'd have to give an argument and evidence to that end.
Well, I feel like, she's setting us back to the standard. You feel me? Her conservative views. Like she's pushing us back. She letting us know like we need to put God in our life. Like, is it a problem with God back in school? You feel me? Like them teaching the kids, that they reading their Bible. Like,
are you a Christian?
I mean, like, I wouldn't consider myself religious. You feel me? We just go put it like that. So, but like, I'm still with the conservative values. You feel me? Like, do you want like your kids not learning about like anything, like spiritual, or like, or you just want?
What do you believe in? What do you believe in?
I believe in God.
Okay. Do you have anything else to say?
That's pretty much it. Like, I just feel like she does her part, She calls out what she needs to call out. And that's that. Like,
okay. Do you have a girlfriend?
No, I don't.
You're single?
Yeah, single.
Why is that?
I'm 22. I mean, like, why do I need to be in a relationship at 22? I mean, I'm not like 35.
You got any girls, or what's going on?
I mean, like, I got a couple on the roster, but like, it ain't nothing too serious. You feel me? I play around, do my thing. And
are the girls playing around doing their thing too, or are they just with you only?
Good question. Good question. But if they is, I'm not really too concerned about that. You feel me? Like,
so you might potentially be sleeping with women that are sleeping with other guys.
Repeat that again. It got a little laggy.
It sounds. I said you potentially may be sleeping with and involved with women who are sleeping with and involved with other males.
No, not at all. No.
I just asked you, are they only dealing with you? And you said maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But if I find out, they're cut off the roster just like that. They just cut. You feel me?
So have they told you that they're only dealing with you, or?
No, but that's just the
Okay.
vibe like I go for. Like
That's
if
the
you mess with
vibe.
me, it's
That's the
only
vibe.
me. You feel me? Like it's no one
That's the
else.
vibe, but they never
I'm the
told you that,
best.
huh?
I'm the best. So it's like it's nothing else really better than me. So like
Okay.
we don't like
I
have
just
that
want
in
to
my mind
confirm.
or
I
like
just want to
worried
confirm real
about
quick.
if another girl is dealing with
I
someone
just want
else
to
because
confirm.
it's me.
So
You
the
know?
women you're dealing with have never told you that you're the only man I'm dealing with. You're just going based off of the vibe. You think that you might be the only guy they're dealing with. They never told you
I
that.
don't think I know. It's the way they treat me. You feel me? Like it's the way
But
they're
they
always in my presence. They're always begging for me. If I pull up my phone right now, like they're just begging. You feel me?
Okay,
It's
pull
like
out your phone right now, call up one of them, put them on speaker, put it on speaker and say, "Hey, am I the only guy you're dealing with?"
I don't really show my woman to the world.
You don't have to show them. Just call her. Just call her.
It's my prize.
Just call her.
You feel me?
You said you got a couple women. Just call one. Just call one. You said you got a couple. Call one.
It's my prize. Like I don't.
No,
like,
you don't have to show her. You don't have to show her. You don't have to say her name. Nobody will know her. She'll just be a random voice on the internet. Just call her.
I mean, like,
just call one.
Why do you want to hear her voice for? Like,
I don't want to hear her voice. I
like,
just want to hear if what you're saying is real.
It's true.
So
you
call.
believe in
Call
me. You
one.
don't
Just
have to believe
one.
in a woman. I speak for her. You feel me? I'm
No.
the voice. I'm the head.
Calm down.
I'm the head. Remember that.
Calm down. Just call one, put her on speaker and say, "Hey, I just want to ask you one question. Am I the only guy you're dealing with?"
I don't need to ask that. It's already. I just told you what it is. It's
Why
known.
can't you ask her? Like, what's the problem?
It's known. Like, I'm not in competition.
I understand
like,
it's known, but do you mind if you just call her?
Why would I do that? Like,
because
things are
politely
good.
asked you why. What's the issue? What's the problem in doing it?
Because things are good here. It's good over here.
I'll make you a deal. I'll sweeten it a little bit for you because I don't want to just feel like I'm putting you on the spot. I haven't prepped anyone. You see, both my hands are right here. Just call one of your girls, put her on speaker, and just say, "Hey, quick question for you. Am I the only man you're dealing with?" And I'll do the same thing right after.
I don't have to do that. Like, it's really nothing.
You don't have to. I'm just
like
asking.
I thought this was about Candace. Like,
just calm down. I'm just asking you politely.
Correct. I'm not gonna do it.
Why?
I don't feel the need to do that. Like, I don't feel the need.
You don't need to do it. I agree. You don't need to. I'm just saying you made a statement. I'm just saying.
I'm just letting you know what it is. Like, I don't really have to prove.
I'm just saying, show us what it is.
I just told you it is what it is. Like,
no, you told us. I said, show us. Just call, put on speaker. Hey, am I the only man you're dealing with?
Okay, listen. I'm not worried about that because I have plenty of options. You feel me? If she's dealing with someone else, she's cut. Okay. You feel me? So it's not a big deal.
Josiah, here's my issue with you. You're a liar, and I can tell that you're a liar. And it's okay because most people lie to themselves. So I just wanted you to be aware that you're a liar.
Okay.
And you're deluded, which is why it's easy for you to follow a woman because you're a person who is not of principle. You have no principles, no standards, no morals, no values. You claim to be conservative, but then you also claim to be dealing with a bunch of women. You claim it's not valid to be in a relationship at age 22. That's not conservative. You claim to believe in God, and Candace Owens speaks of Christianity in particular. In that religion, it tells the woman to not usurp authority from a man. You're a completely backward individual. Okay. And you also just lied about having chicks. You have no chicks. And it's okay. Just don't lie and don't pretend. That's all I'm saying. You see, now, frankly, me, I don't put my women on Front Street. I really wouldn't want to do that. But that's a known value of mine. You heard me? But just to put you out there, if you wanted to go girl for girl, we could do it right now. But you don't want to do that because you're a liar. See, people believe me because I'm obviously authentic. Like, you heard me? Like, you could tell that I'm real about what I say. So I don't really have to make this claim. But you're clearly phony. You're clearly phony.
What's real about you?
You're clearly a faker.
I'm a faker.
You're clearly a faker. Call one girl. Call one girl.
Do you want her or something? Like, I don't really.
See,
if me and you were, let's put it like this. If me and you were in the same room,
just one second, young man.
We were in the same room.
What age are you?
I'm 22.
You're 22, right?
22.
At age
You could tell I still got my
22
hair.
At age 22, boy, I had so many women. Listen, during the conversation, one would have called. During the conversation, they'd be coming out the woodwork. You don't have girls. You're a clown pretending and lying, and nobody believes you. Okay? Nobody believes you.
I'm a liar.
Yes, and you don't have any morals. You don't have any morals.
I stand on principle. I stand on everything.
No, you don't. You have a dirty laundry basket behind you. You're a filthy person. You have a popcorn ceiling. You don't live in a civil way. Like, who has a popcorn ceiling in 2025? That's insane. Like, if you hit your ceiling, little particles are gonna fall down.
This is not my house.
Where are you? Where are
I'm
you?
22. This is my parents' house. I'm 22. You're
hold on. Don't play that game. No, don't play that game. You're a dweeb.
I'm 22.
When I was 22, I lived in my own apartment. When I was 21, I lived in my own apartment. When I was 20, I lived in a fraternity house that I actually brought into existence with $1 million renovation. When I was a year younger, I lived in the same fraternity house. When I was a year younger than that, I lived on my own. I got off the porch at age 16. You're living as a man child, boy. You're a man child. You're underdeveloped, boy. Don't ever come on here. I'm 22. I live with my parents.
I live in hotels.
You live with your parents.
I get money.
Listen, you live with your parents because you're underdeveloped. You're a man child. At age 22, little buddy, that's not a justification. I live with my parents because I'm 22. No, you live with your parents because you are low income. Full stop. What are you doing?
Am I muted or am I unmuted? Let me know.
Listen, just be real with yourself. That's my point. Is you're delusional.
I get money in real life.
All right, let's do something. Let's just do something real quick.
Band for band.
All right, real quick. Let's do something real quick.
I'm 22. At
just real quick, young man, real quick.
More money in your account
real
than
quick.
What you had at 22.
Young man, just real quick. Hold on
I'm
one second.
Stacking up.
Real quick. Just hold on 1 second. Real quick. Just real quick. We have to know that people who are wealthy, there's only certain things that they will stand for, right? So just real quick, I asked you to call one girl, which is to say, show it. Don't talk it. Don't quote it. Show it. I said, just call one girl. You're like, no, I can't do that. Okay. So you're saying you're wealthy. Let's do one thing. And I said, if you call one girl, I'll call one. You refused. Okay. Show me the room you're in. I'll show you the room I'm in. Go. You go first. Show me the room you're in. Be silent. Show me the room.
Just look at my face. Just look at my teeth.
Yeah, I hear you. Show me the room
you're in. Teeth is a sign of wealth. You feel me? Look at my teeth.
Show me the room you're in. That's all I ask. That's all I ask of you. It's just a simple thing. Just show us the room. I'm just asking you politely. Just show us the room. Just give us a tour, room tour. Just give us a room tour, please. That's all I ask. Yeah, just give us a room tour real quick. That's all I ask. Why are you scared? You're scared. Bro is scared. Bro is scared.
Am I muted?
No, that's crazy. Bro is scared to show his accommodations. That is crazy. Listen, I could be in a rat trap apartment. I would still not be scared to show because it doesn't matter. But you're scared because it's a reflection of who you are. It's a reflection of who you are. You're scared.
I don't know if I'm muted. So, like,
am I muted?
Am I muted or am I unmuted?
We hear you, but we want to see the room. We want to see the room, bruh.
This is not. I didn't pay for this room. This is my.
That's fine. Just show us the room.
This isn't my room. I live in a hotel.
Fine.
I live in hotels.
I'll make a deal. This is not my room. This is not my room. Just show us the room.
I throw my stuff.
Bruh, I hear you. Shut up. Just show us the room. This is not my room. I'll show you where I am. Just show us where you are. This is not my room. That's not your room. We're even. Just show us where you are.
You're right. I have a popcorn ceiling. I live.
That's fine. Just show us where you are. Why are you scared? Why are you scared? Wow. Somebody said the arm on your chair is broken. Bro, just show us your room.
It's so funny.
Just show us your room.
Look, listen.
You're a coward.
Listen
Josiah,
here,
just listen. Josiah, you're a coward and it shows. You're a faker and a coward. You've been exposed to no end. The first thing I said was just call one girl. You can't call any girls. You have no girls. Then you try to lie and say that you got money. Then I said, just show us your room. You won't show us your room. You're a broke liar.
Listen, buddy, I live at my mother's house, but I get money. Listen.
Who does that? Bro said I live at my mom's house, but I'm a millionaire. Right, my boy, right. That's insane. We all know that if you really got bread, you don't want to live with your mom. You want to be in Miami in like a penthouse. You hear me? You want to be in Chicago on Miracle Mile. You want to be in Monaco. You want to be in Paris. You want to be on the scene. You want to be in Dubai. You want to be in the place where the girls at. You want to be in the place where it's cracking at. You don't want to be in Wisconsin in your mom's basement. You don't want to be there. Come on, man. This is sad. You're mentally ill. Bro is mentally ill. You have any parting words? You have any parting words?
Okay, parting words. Listen,
Yeah.
I get money. I am that nigga in real life.
Stop it. Stop it. You're done. Bro, it's ridiculous. That was insane. That was insane. What's wrong with these people? I got a few more folks who want to come on. Give me a second. Let me acknowledge these super chats. These people are mentally ill. Shout out to Major Mind and Soul Rights. Thank you for being the realist. See you soon, where we will continue to build real culture. Assassin or nothing, in a real way, man. Shout out to None of the Above Rights. Bro can't enunciate conservative and wants to publicly disagree. Work on your layup before you play one-on-one with Jordan. Respect the basics, folks. Right? It's extraordinary. The confidence. It's not even confidence. It's misguided arrogance. Such a pity. Anyways, let's see. May I acknowledge, shout out to Josiah writes, peace to the saints, cook them. Sir, done. Done. Let's see. May I acknowledge Uchenna? He writes, in response to your question to the lady, the lady last live in the email, okay? He writes, the idea of equality, lack of mainstream slavery, and government assistance is the reason society is where it currently is. Equality is a far-fetched idea that doesn't exist factual. It's not actual equality. It's people in the weak position trying to level the playing field. Ooh, that was brilliant. It is the weak position that wants the level playing field, right? If you're in the high position, you don't need a level playing field. You're good the way things are. The gentleman further writes, mainstream slavery is needed because most people do not want to work, you ain't never lied, and will be of use if their labor is extorted. The concept of slavery makes the most sense. It's just identifying the best way to choose who should and shouldn't be enslaved that I believe is faulty. This man is brilliant. Government assistance allows low-quality people who are not innovative to merely survive without giving any sweat equity, correct? If you can create, do not have financial resources, or cannot unify/manage people, you should provide sweat equity. Oh, I agree. I totally agree. And if they can find work for people in prisons, why can't they find work for people who are on welfare? Let them work. They want jobs, right? Yeah, pay them the welfare and let them work. It'll be backbreaking work, though. Believe that. Yes, indeed. Believe that. Shout out to Michael. He writes, support this. We have to speak and act against these type of males. Oh, 1,000%. And you see, I'm not on that female type of time. People are, you're being mean. Correct. I told you guys I don't like these types. I want them eliminated. In reality, I'm not going to be nice. I actually don't respect them. So I'm not going to be respectful. I don't respect them. That's the era that we're bringing into existence. It's called realness, honesty. It's called masculinity. Sometimes you need your block knocked off. We slapping helmets off. Shout out to Eric. He writes, that child has greater issues than Candace Owens. He needs to read a book. I wouldn't be surprised if the boy is illiterate. He'd probably a slow kid, sit at home slobbering on himself while being in his mother's basement. He's a weird kid. Anyways, Neil, are you here to defend Candace Owens?
Yeah, no. What's up, bro? I'm actually on your side, bro. Okay. But I just want to hop on Candace Owens' side just for the debate. So I'm just defend that side. Just for the element of debate.
I don't. Yeah. I'm not here for the element of debate. I'm not here for the element of entertainment.
Yeah.
I'm a grown man. Yeah. No, really, dead serious. Yeah. I'm not here to collect the super chats, and I will absolutely take them, but I didn't come here for it. If that was the case, I'd be live every damn day, 3-4 times a day.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not here for the element of debate. I'm not gonna say well, take the other position so we can have a debate. Like, Why, bro? Like, I'm not
I
here to
think,
be
I
entertained.
think then yeah, bro. Yeah, I don't got no defense for Candace Owens. I think that yeah, I think that Pearly thing. I 100% agree with you, bro. They
Well, I
just
appreciate you,
yeah,
Neil. It's a
yeah,
pleasure to meet you, brother.
for sure, bro.
All right, peace of the saints.
Yeah.
Are you here to defend Candace Owens?
Yeah. Let me do the best I can, man.
All right,
Against the Saint, man. I mean, yeah. Peace to the Saints too, bro. I be
peace of
tuning
the
in,
saints.
man. But
Appreciate
now Pearly things, I can definitely say I understand anybody listening to Pearly things. But for Candace Owens, what she done, at least for me, and me having 2 kids, right? It was that vaccine, the shot in the dark series. That's what really kind of turned me on to it. When you got that kid in there and you gotta decide whether you gonna let them shoot your kid up with 3-4 different cocktails of all that, like, bro, it's a scary situation, man. And when you gotta we both, we was out in Atlanta, had a kid in 2016, no family, we ain't know what to do. So I'm just like, at the
right.
very least, let's postpone it. So I
Mhm,
respect Candace for at least coming out and doing that, because that she
mhm.
had a lot of blowback about that in itself right there. And then it just led me to, and I always felt in my heart like kids don't need all this, man. Like, God made us perfect. We don't need all these vaccines. So that was
Mhm,
that was the main thing that really, like, I respected Candace
mhm.
for, because she put herself on the line. She put herself in a way.
Wait, hold on, no, hold on one second, relative. I don't disagree with the idea that we shouldn't take these magical wonder drugs that they created in 10 minutes to
Right.
solve a fake disease or pestilence that they also created in 10 minutes, right? So, no, I get that. But you said she put herself on the line. What risk was this woman ever at?
Well, just as far as talking about it and making it, because at the same time,
She
it
got
was like,
canceled? Where'd she get
no, I'm
canceled at?
talking about like COVID. Think about when she was telling people not to take the COVID shot, and
Right.
then
Did
and
she
it
get
was it was
canceled?
censoring, it was censoring all over. What got her canceled was the Jewish talk.
Wait, where'd she get canceled at? She not canceled. Where'd she get
No,
canceled?
they absolutely removed her from Daily Wire. Then she got demonetized
So
by
she
an
lost a
attack
job.
led by.
Have you ever lost a job?
Have I ever lost a job?
A job, yeah.
Just in general, just lost a
Yeah,
job?
just in general.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, she lost a job. And
Right.
then did she didn't lose any money? She didn't get canceled? She didn't get attacked? Her safety is in what she has there's like an imagined idea that she put herself at risk. She's never said anything that is unique. Do you know how many people online was arguing against that vaccine? Come on, man. At
Correct.
thousands. She ain't
Right.
never said anything unique. She's never come up with an original idea. She's never said anything that puts her at risk. She's never used her popularity and fame for anything other than getting more money. She never organized people to take action.
Okay. Well, I mean, I disagree. Because when you
Well, what's the evidence?
well, I disagree, because I think the second one you mentioned, just she never said anything unique. And
What
as
if she
far as
said that?
vaccines go,
What if she said that I cannot Google and find somebody else saying the exact same thing?
about the vaccines,
There were Harvard
you can't find
physicians.
nobody. You can't find nobody on YouTube talking like that, talking about the vaccines. Because first they got to have kids. I wish you was talking about it, but you ain't got kids, bro. You see what I'm saying? That's
No,
unique.
no, I do not see what you're saying.
You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
see what you're saying. No,
But
no. In fact,
well, let me
the
move
whole
on to another
but
point.
wait, let's go with the first piece because that
Okay.
was not true. You said something that wasn't true. You said that she told people not to take the vaccines, right?
Well, she said that she wasn't taking the vaccine, and she was telling other people to get educated on vaccines, and that's something
Do
that
you
I
think
admire.
that was unique?
To me, it can't be unique to everybody, but if it's unique
No,
to me,
no,
because I got
man. Come
kids,
on, man. Yeah,
kids
but
are unique.
do you
Kids
think
in
there were
themselves
not
are unique.
do you not think there were many people saying don't take the vaccine?
No, that's
Period.
true.
Across the
That's
board.
true. But I
You don't
didn't
take it
listen
as
to
an
them.
adult, kids don't take it.
They never caught my attention to where it made me aware. You see what I'm saying? So it was unique to me because I seen a black mother on there talking about her kids and not taking the vaccine. So you just
Okay,
said,
but now,
was it
okay, now let
unique?
me
That's
let me
all.
break your mind real quick. Let me break your mind. Peep this, and this is crazy because you said you saw a black mother, right?
Yeah,
Are you a black mother?
I'm a black father.
Okay, you're a black father.
Correct.
You ever heard of Dr. Ben Carson?
I have, yes.
Dr. Ben Carson. He might be more qualified. Does he have kids?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
But if he did, he'd be an ideal person. He's a black father. He's a doctor, which means his expertise is in the medical field.
Yeah.
So realistically, you should identify more with a black father than a
Hold on. I
black
never said I don't
mother.
identify with a black mother. I just said it was
You
you.
said she
No,
was
I
a
said
black
it was
mother
unique. It was unique, and it caught my attention because she's a black mother
because
talking
you're
about her
right.
kids. You see what I'm
So
saying?
shouldn't it catch more attention
Yeah.
being a black father?
Now, does Ben Carson talk about that?
I'm not asking you that.
Well, that's what I mean. If you're gonna
I'm
bring
just
him up
asking.
as an example for what we're talking about, he would need to be talking about vaccines for me to relate to him and
There are
identify with him.
so many people that were against the vaccine. Like, I mean, come like
Can you
this.
name 5?
What? Give me a second.
Nah.
No. We gonna show you. No, we gonna show you.
I know you
5.
can. I know you can. Nah, chill. We ain't gotta do it. You ain't gotta do that, bro. You ain't gotta do it. You ain't gotta do it.
I'm
I
just
know
saying,
you. I
like,
believe you. I believe you. You a smart man, dog.
but I'll tell you what's hurting my heart right now. To be honest with you, what's hurting my heart is that you're not being reasonable. And what I mean is there's 3 things that are showing dissonance. There's number 1, you're identifying through a black woman, which you're not a black woman. You're a black man. You're a black father. So it'd be more rightly that you'd identify as a look for your parallel, which would be a black man or a black father. That's number 1, if that's what you're seeking. Then number 2, you are suggesting that she's of the minority speaking against the vaccine. Listen, man, you got whites, Jews, Asians, Latinos, Indians, Arabs, everybody that was not the government, that was not mainstream establishment. There were so many people speaking against it. There was entire countries against it. There were countries that didn't vaccinate. There were countries that let people continue going outside. I think maybe Sweden was one of them. I flew to Brazil during the pandemic. I flew to Mexico during the pandemic. There was entire countries that had no regard for the pandemic or the vaccine. So you're suggesting that something's unique when that's just, frankly, is just not the case. But my point to you is this. As far as going a certain place to get your information, men are the ones that are supposed to be teachers. Men are the ones that are supposed to be leaders of men. Women don't lead men into battle. Women are not the great inventors in the society. Women are not the ones that have invented the medicines and the surgical procedures, the electricity that you use. They are discovered by men. Men are the rational ones. You do not put a woman in position of leadership. Listening to her only validates that she is a giver of information, a purveyor of leadership and thought. And that's what I'm telling you guys. That is backward. That is not the right way. If you're a Christian or a Muslim or a Jew, your holy text tells you that. If you're a masculine man, ask yourself, well, let's just say we had 2 nations. One nation was led by Candace Owens, and another nation was led by a man, like a proper man. Which nation do you think is going to be stronger, just inherently?
1000% the man's. Hopefully, it's as long as he's a good leader.
I said man. That's all you got to say, because man needs to be a synonym with leader. The man is the leader. The man is born the leader.
That's it.
So it's like, why would we even follow a woman? Like,
No.
Get the information from a man.
See, it's not following. It's see, the way I take it, as long as the information is there, it could come from Chat GPT. Not a man nor a woman. I'm listening to the information and the stats. I'm using the data I get from them, analyzing it, seeing if
You trust Candace Owens.
that is consistent with my reality, and then I'm making my opinion based off of that. I don't care if it come from Candace. It could come from a whale. I don't give a damn. If they're telling me the truth, I'm gonna open my eyes and I'm gonna listen. I don't care where it's like music. It's like saying you're not gonna listen to a song because a woman making a song. It's not about that. It's the information. They're providing information, vibes, frequencies. It don't matter who it comes from. Now, if you're asking me if I'm a follower of Candace, no, I'm a listener. I listen to what she say and I'll consider what she says. You feel me?
Ask you this.
Like I listen to you, bro. Yeah.
Your wife is white?
No. My wife is mixed.
Okay. So what race would you consider her?
More black than anything, yes.
Black, okay, for sure. So let me just show you something real quick. You identify with this?
What do you mean to identify with it? A family? I identify with a family with 2 kids.
Okay, you identify with that? Okay. Now let me ask you this: do you believe that Candace Owens identifies with you?
That's the thing. Whatever Candace Owens identify with ain't got nothing to do with me.
No, I'm
But
asking you.
what she
That's
says
no.
is
I'm
what I'm trying
asking
to
you.
identify with.
I'm asking you. Do
The
you think
message.
Candace Owens identifies with you?
Does she identify with me? I mean, as a black man, I don't think, just like you said, as a black woman, I don't think she would identify with a black man. That's the same thing that you just asked me. Do I identify with a black woman? And that's what you said. I said no, I
No,
don't identify
no,
with her. I understand her,
no.
but
I'm
would
not
she
saying
identify
identify.
as me?
No,
Absolutely not. That's
not as you, with you. I mean, like, I'll give you an example.
probably so.
I'll give you an example. So I see you got the gold chain on. You
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying? I hear your voice tonation. So say we're all in a room, right? And you walk into the room and I hear your tonation. I see your appearance, your style of dress. My nigga, post up with your boy. Like, you walk into a room, bunch of random people, fuck with me. I identify with you. Now the question is, and there's black women. If you walked into a room and it's a bunch of diverse, it's a diverse room, they look at you and they're like, "Yeah, come over here." We identify with you. In that room, if you walk into that room and Candace Owens is in that room, do you think she'll look at you and say, "Yeah, come on over here"?
I mean, I can't answer for her, but
You
by
can't. You
by
can't.
your
I'm just
analogy,
asking
what
you.
I think she would, I don't know. I mean, maybe,
Mm,
maybe not, bro. Maybe,
mm,
maybe not. But I think
mm,
honestly, if she walked in the room
mm.
and we got to talking, she'd be like, "Oh, these my people." It ain't because it's not always about how people. It's not always about how
No,
people
real quick.
look.
Let's
You know what I
stick on
mean?
something real quick. Let's just stick on this real quick. I just want to get the real answer. If you walked in the room, just dress how you're dressed right now. With your
Oh,
chain
bro,
on.
I just woke up, man.
No, it's all good. I just woke up too. If you walk in, dress how you're
Just
dressed,
woke up.
with your chain on,
Yeah.
do you think Candace Owens would be like, "Yeah, come on over to my side"?
Probably not. But she does love Ye, so who knows, man?
Probably not. And that's
Probably not.
because he's rich and famous, okay? But anyways, so probably not. So you just conceded that the woman you listen to would look at you and kind of be like, "Don't come over here." That
Shit,
doesn't.
Donald Trump, if Barack Obama walked in, you think he'd identify with you?
No, and I don't identify with him either.
That's what
That's
I'm
my
saying.
point. That's my
That's what I'm
point.
saying. Whether
No,
it's
no, no, no,
Trump,
no, no.
Donald
It's
Trump,
different.
Joe
No, no,
Biden,
no. It's
it
not
don't
the same
matter.
thing.
It
No,
don't
it's not
matter
the
who they
same thing.
identify with. We
No, it's
listen
not
to
the
them.
same thing.
You know,
No, I
that's it.
never listen. I never listened to him. I've never been a fan
A Barack,
at all,
I like you. I like you. Me neither,
at
bro.
all, because he's not from my culture. He's
Big
not from
facts.
my culture. So listen, if somebody walks in a room, I look at them. When I walk in the room, they look at me and be like, "Yeah, come over here." I mess
Hmm.
with you instinctively. So how is it that you think the woman is wise enough to be able to make these decisions, that you would follow the decisions for you, but you think you walk in the room and she would look at you and not want to be associated with you?
Well, that's like here's what I'm saying. You're talking like let's take the most financially literate person, right? No, no,
But
no.
can you
Listen
answer
to me,
the
Warren
question first?
Buffett.
Just
Warren
answer my
Buffett.
question, but then go in.
Listen, no,
But you
you're
got to
right. You're
answer my
right about
question
yours. You're
first.
right. I give you
Okay.
that.
All right.
Warren Buffett walks into a room. He don't identify with you yet. All his financial information. Are you not gonna listen to his financial information because he's a white
Let me ask
man
you this
and you
question.
don't identify
Let
with
me
him?
answer your
That
question.
makes no sense.
I'm going to answer your question. That's a bad analogy. Here's why. Warren Buffett's information is about paper assets in the stock market. Candace Owens' information is commentary on human behavior, human society, and human relations. So
Politics, all type of stuff.
what I asked you about is human relations, which is what she talks about. Warren Buffett talks about paper assets.
But that was just an analogy. I'm just saying,
No, the
are you
analogy
not
is
going to listen to the most financially literate person who caught you that you can listen to
right.
you
But
know what I mean? And I'm not
he's
going to listen to him
qualified.
because
So
he's a
let me
white
tell you the
man.
difference.
That's
No.
crazy to me.
It's because he runs Berkshire Hathaway and he's qualified. He has the credentials. What's Candace Owens' credentials to do what she does, to say what she says? What's
Listen,
her
when it
credentials?
when it comes when it
You
comes to
mentioned
the
COVID. You
when it
mentioned
comes
COVID.
to the
She wants to go to
vaccines,
medical school.
all you can do is listen to somebody who has done the research and put it out there and
But
put
she
it in front of
hasn't.
you. Let me
She
finish. Let me
hasn't.
finish. She got a series called A Shot in the Dark, and this gives you so much information to where you can go and research it for yourself and understand it.
Is she a
You know what I
doctor?
mean?
Is
and
she a
it will
doctor?
help you make a decision. That's all I'm saying. It's something else to think about. I'm not
Is she
saying
a
she's the
doctor?
greatest, bro.
Is she a doctor?
She's not a doctor.
So why would she do a series that requires medical expertise?
Because
That's
she
my point
uses
about her.
doctors. She uses doctors and studies. That's what
But
I'm
hold on.
saying.
Do you understand my point? That's the grift. She's talking about things she doesn't have expertise in. I'll give you an example. I did a course called the Master Communicator course. Why did I
I
do
need
that?
that.
Because I'm a master communicator. You can see pictures of me talking in China to the government, talking in South Korea to the government, talking in Puerto Rico to the government. I'm a master communicator. The evidence is there. I have another course on how to create a software business. You can see me around the world running software businesses. All of my courses and offerings are within my area of expertise. I've done no series on things I'm not expert at. It's really bogus to do a damn series on something medical when you're not a goddamn doctor.
But she's a
It's
mother with
bogus.
kids. You see what I'm saying? It affects her. It's who would you gonna listen to some doctors that's paid by big pharma versus a mother with her own kids and gotta be the
There
ones that
were
say go
Harvard
ahead and inject
doctors
that
that were
poison into
against
my
the,
kid?
there were Harvard doctors, Harvard pediatricians that were against the vaccine. Why didn't you listen to them? My point to you is this.
Because
You
they didn't
listen,
have a YouTube podcast talking about it.
is that true? There were doctors that were banned on Twitter and Facebook for making videos about it.
You just said it. Banned. They were banned.
Yes, but we
You
know
just said
why.
it.
How do I know about their information? Because it was reshared. And why was it reshared? Because they're authorities. People reshared it because they're Harvard doctors, they're
All
authorities.
right. Now
They were
timelines
banned and their
might be
content was
different.
reshared. But the real
Timelines might
question,
be different.
no, but check this out. The real question you should ask yourself is why wasn't Candace banned? Got him. Why wasn't she banned? Got
Well,
him.
you're right.
Well,
That's a good question. I don't know,
that's a
bro.
great question.
I can't defend that. I don't know,
Yeah.
bro.
You can't defend none of it, but you're damn sure still trying. I
Hey, that's what
appreciate
we
you
here
though.
for. That's what we here for.
Right, right. Now I appreciate you. Any closing words?
Um, well, I had more to talk about.
I got some other folks on deck that I'm gonna
Well,
bring up.
I'll be tuning in, bro. So I definitely come back, man. I thank you
Okay,
for this was good, man.
absolutely.
But definitely peace to the Saints.
Peace to the
Next,
saints.
I live in Atlanta, bro, and
Okay,
I definitely would love to link up with you, bro. And just if there's anything I can, even help you out with
I
from the
appreciate
camera. I got from the cameras, running the podcast. I love to get you on there, man. Just you know what I mean? You definitely a creative player. The Saints and all that, bro. I would love to have you on and get that
thank you.
knowledge from you. Any business we can work out, bro. I'm all for it, man. If you up for it, man. So definitely link, bro. And I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
be at your house freestyling the next time, bro. Cause I heard y'all boys freestyling, bro. Y'all
Yeah.
ain't heard. Listen, bro. I'm gonna be in there telling you, bro.
All
Cleaned
right.
up. We gonna get it in, bro.
Yeah, yeah. It was a pleasure.
All right, it's a pleasure, bro. Have a good one, man.
You too. Are you here to defend Candace Owens?
Oh, well, I was coming in to make the point that well, not, I was going to say, what I was going to say was there's a situation where she's qualified to speak on something. And before, as a disclaimer, I don't follow or listen to that woman just because I throw up from her the other views she's trying to push. One incident where I listened to her and took her what she had to say as truth was her the expose on Kamala Harris when she went in when she did the research to find her bloodline. That's it. I trusted that she was actually doing the research, looking into birth certificates and everything like that. That's it. The thought that because she's a mother, there's a bunch of mothers I wouldn't listen to nothing to come about their mouth. But but I didn't call necessarily to
Right.
disagree with you. I called to point out, like I said, the point that you just made like 5 minutes ago, that if you're an expert at and I'm not gonna call her an expert on Kamala Harris,
Right.
but she was doing the research on her bloodline where I was like, okay, let me listen to what she's saying about this. As far as her like values and following, listening, you can't just go out here listening to what anybody says because they have a YouTube channel. You're influenced by that. Like even with rap music, I don't think Young Thug is a talented artist at all. But even when I just saw he was wearing women's clothes, I was enough to even find out if he is a talented artist. I'm not gonna allow myself to listen to the over and over repetitive statements of somebody who I don't agree with their values, first off. You get what I'm saying? While they might be correct about a thing or two, at Charleston White, I see people in the comments, that's real. He does say some true stuff sometimes or whatever. Who gives a fuck? His character as a man, excuse my language. His character as a man, his values, the fact he's a rat and what have you, and he's a coon, and he gets paid for what I call like it's like white supremacist porn where they got black people to get paid. It's the grift. But anyway, I don't want to take up too much time because it wasn't a disagreement. I just wanted to point out though that I have listened to her for a specific reason that I trusted what she had to say. But thanks for the broadcast, brother. You know,
Absolutely.
I fuck with you, bro.
I
On
appreciate
everything.
you.
I fuck with you, bro.
I appreciate you. Peace of the Saints.
Yeah.
Are you here to defend Candace?
What's going on? Hey, what's going on, Saint? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Are you here to defend Candace?
Yes. Well, hold on.
Hey,
Let me
what's
mute.
going on, Saint?
Sorry about that. Yes, I am. Well, that's not 100% the truth. I'm here to disagree with your premise.
Okay.
Mostly because I'm thoroughly against what is or is not, quote unquote, a real man, right? As you can see right here, I'm a married man. I'm a veteran of the United States Army. I'm expecting my first child. I own my own home, but I have on a Dragon Ball shirt and I got anime stuff behind me. This idea that real men do this, real men don't do that, I think that's just like silly and it's super self-destructive to the community. And the overall point with Candace, I don't agree with everything I don't really even agree with her, but there's nothing wrong with taking someone's perspective and their information and disseminating that and doing with it what you will. Like I personally, let's say if I'm listening to something from Fresh and Fit, then I'll listen to something from Aubrey and Preach, or then Ben Shapiro, or then Destiny, and then because you should not be afraid to take information from sides, even if you disagree with them, because the point is just to disseminate the information, is it not?
The point of what?
Oh, I'm sorry, could you repeat?
You said the point of what?
The point of communication, the point of even doing this, the point of this entire community for male self-improvement is to learn, grow, adapt, evolve, etc. And to say that simply because of someone's gender that they can't provide any type of insight or something you could take away from that, I think is kind of silly.
Okay. So you're saying that we have different values, that you believe that a woman can teach a man, is what you're saying.
Not necessarily, but I mean, to teach about what, right? Like, so if I take my wife, for example, she's a better cook than me, you know what I mean? But she don't handle like our finances and stuff. So I guess when you say a woman can't teach a man, necessarily what are you saying? Is it you can't learn anything from a woman? Because I learned stuff from my mother. I'm not going to listen to any random dot on the
when
street.
you learned from your mother, were you a child?
Yes, sir.
Aha. Fascinating. Do you believe that the male and the female are equal partners, or that there's a hierarchy between the two?
There's most certainly a hierarchy between the two.
What's the hierarchy?
I'm the head of my household.
You're the head of your
so at the end of the day, when I say goes.
Would you ever marry a woman and let her be the head of the household?
No.
Okay. Do you think that the man being the head of the household and the leader, he should probably be more out front, facing the public more so than the woman? Would you agree?
100%.
Okay. So is that the case with Candace Owens?
Could you reiterate that in a different way for me?
Sure. You mentioned that there's a hierarchy between man and woman. The man is higher in the hierarchy. The woman yields to the man, and the man is more public facing. The woman is behind the man. I said, is that the case with Candace Owens?
Yes. Oh, okay. Is that the case with Candace Owens? That in terms of what, me listening to her speak, or her with her household?
No, her and her marriage. What's the name of her husband?
I have no idea.
Checkmate. Checkmate. Is her husband's last name Owens?
No idea, sir.
I see. So you came to debate me, but you didn't do research?
I don't think I need to know about Candace Owens' personal life or her
Well,
husband.
this is
Or
a debate about Candace Owens, right?
yes, it is.
Okay,
But I
so
don't think I
you
need
don't
to
think
know
you
about her
needed to know
personal.
anything about her before coming to debate about her?
Well, because the premise was that anyone who listens to her or at least hears her to say isn't a real man, and that's what I'm challenging you on.
What are you challenging? Say that one more time.
I'm sorry. Let me plug my microphone in. My apologies.
No, I can hear you just fine. No, I can hear you just fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just would be if you'd repeat that.
The idea that simply listening to what she has to say makes you less of a man.
Yeah, that's the idea. That's the idea.
Right.
If
So then,
you listen to female podcasters, you are less of a man. That is correct. You understand perfectly. That's the idea.
well, yeah, and that's the idea I'm debating you on.
You're wrong.
I
So what's your argument?
Once again, my argument is that there's no reason to not take information from multiple sources. You don't have to agree with it.
Take it from multiple male sources. So what's your argument now? Got him.
I'm not trying to necessarily be inflammatory or disrespectful.
Inflammatory. I'm just saying that you don't make sense.
What about what I said doesn't make sense when I'm just
You
simply
said take
saying
information from multiple sources. I said yes, take it from multiple male sources, and this makes perfect sense. This is in line with every society in the world. Men have been the leaders. Men are the holders of knowledge. Men are the revolutionaries. Men are the innovators. Men are the scientists. Men are the inventors. And so also the graph of human IQ between the male and the female, the highest IQs in human society
are held by men. Yeah.
Correct. So if you're going to get advice, you should go to the best source, which would be men. So you should seek multiple sources of information. I agree, from men.
Well, Mr. Saint, so what I'm saying here is not necessarily taking advice from anyone. So maybe let me rephrase. What did you mean by when you say listen to? Because I simply took that as if you just simply listen to what they say. I'm not saying you have to agree with. I'm not saying you have to even take her advice, because there are things I disagree with a lot of people that I listen to.
Why even waste time? If you know that the highest IQs in any society are male IQs, why not just listen to all males?
Because even someone who's far less intelligent, you can teach you something about something.
But why waste time learning from an inferior source?
Well, once again, I never claimed to be learning anything from anyone. I'm just saying there's no reason to not.
Podcast.
Because it shows up on my YouTube feed. Every now and then I hear what she has to say, and then I move on. It's really kind of just like that simple. If you were to say, can I reiterate my point?
Right?
Well, yes, I know where you're about to go with it, and I'm not disagreeing with you. It was not that important. Why you even listening to it to begin with?
No, actually, I was going to say, if it's so not that important, why would you take out the time to turn on your camera and then come on a live stream to defend her if it's just not that important?
I'm not coming on a live stream to defend her. I'm coming on a live stream to
That's
defend.
what the link was for, was to come on and defend Candace Owens. In fact, the last 7 callers, the first thing I said to them is, are you here to defend Candace Owens?
Yes. So by proxy of that, I am here to defend.
It would appear that your listening skills are either in disrepair, or that your respect for myself and the 1,000 people watching is non-existent, for you've come on merely to violate the expectations that we all have, or to make a spectacle of yourself and disregard the current topic, which would be very inconsiderate.
So I'm definitely not trying to do that. By proxy of that, yes, I am coming to defend her, but simply because of the state that your statement, regardless if it's about her, is also just an attack on men who listen to her. And that's what I'm
That's correct. Yes, I'm directly attacking them. And if it was legal, I would put them in the guillotine.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to argue. I mean, that's obviously your perspective. But that's what I was coming to debate you on. The idea to, I guess,
those males are
belittle
inferior.
or...
Those males are inferior. They're weak beta males. And I think that we should marginalize them because they're dangerous. When you have beta males that are cooperating with feminists, and Candace Owens is a feminist by practice, which is the most important thing. What you say by word means nothing. For example, if I out of my mouth tell you that I am a beautiful Norwegian woman and I identify as a blonde bombshell, doesn't matter what I say. I'm clearly a bald-head black man. So that being the case, she's one who talks a good game, but she plays a terrible game where conservatism is concerned. So we have to acknowledge what she really is, which is a feminist. And any male who would follow a feminist is a weak beta male. And they are serving an agenda which is detrimental to all of society, man, woman, and child. And it is upon the strong men, the wise, moral men, to make sure that the society goes in the correct direction. And for that reason, it is important for her to be put down, and as well as the beta males that hold her up. That is why they're being crushed. You are having trouble dealing with the truth. You see, the truth.
Can I reiterate my point?
The truth that she's a feminist, and the truth that you are one of those holding her up. You wouldn't have felt any way about the title, nor would you have come on here unless it rubbed your soul the wrong way, because you know you're one of those weak males.
That's fair enough. I'm not going to necessarily insult you, but can I reiterate the point?
I don't consider it an insult. I believe that I've been respectful to you. I believe it is a description.
Okay, that's fair enough. I'm not going to challenge that once again, because I'm not here for animosity, because I'm actually a huge fan of yours and I enjoy your content. Can I ask a question?
I have no animosity at all, and I respect the way that you've comported yourself.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Can I ask a question to try to get a better understanding of do you listen to the ideas of people you disagree with?
Yes, it's inevitable. Even if I'm not doing it on purpose, it's inevitable. Someone recently sent me a video by a content creator, an intelligent guy who's also lettered, and he said some things that I agree with and some things that I disagree with. And I don't even think he was trying to push an agenda. I just think that there is nuance on a particular topic that he may have been unaware of, which is to say, if we had a conversation, we might even reach a new understanding together and agree with each other ultimately. But yeah, of course, I listen to people I disagree with all the time. It's not about disagreeing. I agree with many of the things Candace Owens says, but the way she lives is in contradiction to the values she claims to have. She's a fake Christian. She's a fake conservative. She's a fake woman. There's nothing real or authentic about her. She is a danger to society, along with many others. The thing is, you guys are looking at her and thinking that she's less of a danger compared to other dangers. I'm saying that all of these dangers are unacceptable.
Okay. No. So I'm understanding your premise a little bit more. I think I might have had a slight misunderstanding of where you were coming from, where you were going. I don't necessarily 100%, I say, align with it, because I do think it, once and again, it is an attack on young men. I guess because men who listen to her are less of a man. I just greatly
on males who listen to Candace Owens. If you were a male who listens to Candace Owens, you could have came on this live stream intending to debate me, listen to the information, and said, you know what? That makes perfect sense. Like, he asked two different Candace Owens supporters, what is she more an archetype of, a feminist woman or a conservative woman?
Definitely.
And they all said feminist.
Yeah, no. I never disagree with that, sir. And I guess
the man is correct. He's brought facts that are unique in the context of YouTube, the manosphere, red pill, whatever you guys want to call this crap. The Marquettism is a clearly superior framework because he said something that is true that no one else thought of. I have to agree with this guy. I'm going to stop listening to her because his wisdom, maybe he's right about this and other things. Maybe I'll just stop listening to her wholly. And I can respect that because you get information and you adapt based on new good information.
Yes, sir. So if I could just, I guess, try to rephrase what I was saying better. The point I was coming in is because I'm sorry. You're actually really dope at this.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem at all. The point I was trying to get to was and I think would you say men who listen to her? I think you're more concretely saying men who like follow her and take her advice and use her as a way to like try to move and live their life and all these other things, in a sense, like basically like she's like a guiding star for them, like I'll do this because she
shouldn't be listened to at all by any man. Real women don't have podcasts, so a real woman does not have a podcast. A truly conservative woman does not have a podcast. She's not in the public. And if she does have a podcast, the following would be exclusively girls and other women. There would be zero men that would follow her. And even males who follow women on Instagram, whether it's, big booty models or IG models, what have you, Those men are screw ups. Now, am I saying that I don't look at the chick's pictures and like, damn, she thick? Like, for sure. Do I
Right.
ever double
'Cause they
tap
got
it?
ass.
Absolutely not. I don't ever like the photo. I don't double tap it. I don't give them a congratulations. I don't follow them. If everyone behaved like that, these women wouldn't even like Instagram because they get no attention. They'd be anonymous viewers. No one,
100%.
they would never know that anyone even looked at their content. So there would be no incentive for them to continue making a mockery of themselves and of their family. So my point is that these women, Candace Owens, Just Pearly Things, they're more dangerous than the IG slores because they're trying to give ideas. And most importantly, they're giving an example of what a woman shouldn't be. But people think that it's a good thing. And you hear a lot of weak males praising them, platforming them. And I'm here to tell you guys, I hate to have to be the bad guy, but the supervillain has arrived, that everything you thought was up is actually down. I'm telling you that what you thought is right is actually left. And so people need to leave those foolish ideas.
Yes, sir. I actually can't disagree with much of what you're saying. The only thing is, I guess it was a misunderstanding on my point. I took the topic of the conversation and titled the video as if you simply just listen to what this person's saying, makes you less of a man. But I think you're talking more of people who see her as like some type of role model or something. I don't think any man should take.
Well, I think most of the viewers that she has would not say that they see her as a role model, and some would, but most maybe would not. But even those who subscribe or to watch regularly, they are being poisoned, whether they're aware or not. It's like one who spends time in a casino around cigarette smoke and gambling. You may not.
You're saying it's secondhand.
You're being poisoned. Slowly but surely.
Okay.
Your spirit's being poisoned. The lack of fresh air, the cigarette smoke secondhand, the watching people commit sins, it's all having an effect on you. So you shouldn't entertain it at all.
I agree with you, but I will take it a step further. That's like, I don't think I only had one role in my life, and he's passed away. That's my father. I don't think any man should see anybody else besides themselves as their role model, male or female. So if that's where you're going with it, I 100% agree with you. But I guess just to say to not listen to someone's ideas because of their gender, I just thought was just kind of just almost a ludicrous statement. You could take it and do what you want with it. You don't have to.
That is the statement. You are understanding the statement correctly. That is the statement. So I appreciate you coming on. It's been a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on. I'm a huge fan. Peace to the Saints.
Thank you. It was really a pleasure to meet you. God willing, we'll meet in person one day.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, let me acknowledge some of the folks supporting the work. He's a very respectful gentleman. I appreciate people coming on and being able to engage in contention in a civilized way.